Hello, Thursday. Hope your Thursday morning's off to a good start. Relatively quiet time for the last few days. Nothing immediate from the Gamecock perspective. Last night, Shane Beamer up in Greenville at Fuller Field with the Greenville County Gamecock Club as his talks continue. Russell Westbrook gets some unwelcome popcorn, I guess, on his way out of the Wizards game. And the SEC baseball tournament continues in a weird Alabama-Tennessee finish where Tennessee had thought they had walked off with a win, and then Alabama comes back and wins it in 11 innings. Arkansas, an easy winner over Georgia. Vanderbilt, a 5-4 winner over Ole Miss in the nightcap last night. A few scores from over in Hoover, but what I think dominated most of the conversation yesterday from a sports perspective was boys being boys on Twitter. That's what I saw. The charity golf match announced. It's going to be Phil Mickelson and Tom Brady defending their title is what it is, right? Because it was, who was it last time that they played? They played Tiger and Peyton. Is that correct? But this time they're going to be playing not Brooks Koepka, but Bryson DeChambeau and Aaron Rodgers. And that prompted the tweet of, sorry, bro, from Brooks Koepka to one Aaron Rodgers, and then some serious back and forth, and Tom Brady getting in the old Twitter meme game, and I think it's pretty entertaining. What about you?
I think it's phenomenal. I don't know why I think it's phenomenal, but I thought it was phenomenal. Like, these two guys, man. I mean, I don't know what the rivalry what is the rivalry in sports right now? It's 6:06 in the morning, so I could be missing the rivalry. There could be the big one. Is it Brady Belichick? I don't feel like that's a rivalry right now. Red Sox Yankees, don't feel like it's a rivalry. Duke North Carolina, Alabama LSU's gone away. Enemies, Post Malone song, enemies. Like, man. This one has overtaken us quickly, hasn't it? Were we aware of this on Saturday night?
I don't think so.
Were we even aware of it on Sunday? It's like it came out of nowhere, and then yesterday. I mean, to me, it's almost like two wrestling guys. It's like, hey, let's drum up some interest in the sport and build this. So if you didn't see it, go check the Twitter. Here's what Tim is referring to, and I put out a tweet yesterday just with a GIF, I think, or a meme. I don't know, GIF, meme, whatever. But they announced yesterday what Tim is referring to is July 6th will be the match, and Tim, I already forget the actual. Oh, it's Aaron Rodgers, and it's Aaron Rodgers and Bryson DeChambeau versus I don't even know Brady. Mickelson and Brady. Yeah, I was gonna say no. I don't even know who the match actually is, to be honest. I'm just like,
it's definitely not the main event.
And I just realized Phil Mickelson tweeted back as I looked at it.
Oh yeah, adds right to it. It's beautiful.
As I pull it back up, but. Yeah, Brooks Koepka's got video of DeChambeau at the PGA. DeChambeau responded to Brooks Koepka, said it's nice to be living rent free in your head. I don't, and then I didn't. I mean, some of this I missed. This was 14 hours ago. I stopped paying attention, and there's a video of DeChambeau in a practice round. And somebody said, "All right, Brooksy," and then DeChambeau saying, "All right, whoever's called me Brooksy needs to get out of here." Oh, yeah. I mean, Tim, is this the rivalry? Like
Phil Mickelson's was great. I feel like I'm in the middle of something and should step aside. Except they want the current PGA champ responding. Koepka just taking a shot. Fantastic. I don't know what to compare this to because I don't think we've ever seen it. This is the 21st century version of guys. Either they're having fun with it or they're just taking it to the next level. I'm not sure which way to look at it. But it's great for I think everyone, no matter what, that they're getting after it a little bit, and it'll be fun to watch the golf event. Obviously, we watched it last time, and it was a pretty good deal where you got the all access and the mics and the whole thing. But now to have this other level with the Koepka DeChambeau rivalry is pretty hilarious, I think.
And then you've gotten somebody hits me up on Twitter. Gabe hits me up on Twitter, says Aaron Rodgers versus the Packers organization. Is that the problem? Is Aaron Rodgers just in the middle of everything right now?
Yeah, it seems that way, right?
Because as I start Twitter this morning, like within 1 minute of us starting the show, I just happened to click on it. The USA Today website for the win has Aaron Rodgers. Their article is Aaron Rodgers having an absolute blast in Hawaii while chaos reigns in Green Bay, and it's got what is this? This Instagram photos of him. Is it Shailene? Shailene. Really, you knew that? Thought I was gonna have to go to Jen for that.
No.
Okay.
Pretty famous.
I don't know how to take the start of the show now that you were the one that knew Shailene Woodley. I feel like that's a Patrick area that I would go to. I feel like that's a Jen thing. And then
well-rounded for you today.
And then the one person that I wouldn't have ever gone to ended up being you. But there's I guess Instagram photos of them having a ball in Hawaii. So maybe Aaron Rodgers is the problem.
It is something out there. This golf event will be really interesting, especially because I loved how Tom Brady was, I think, feeling embarrassed is the best way to put it, with how he was playing and not playing well. And then he chipped in from the fairway last time and felt vindicated in the whole deal. And now you got Aaron Rodgers involved, who is just as interesting as a sports figure that we could have, and where he's at right now in his career with the Packers and the whole deal. But you're right about the rivalries. I don't know if we have one set up like we've seen them in the past. I'm trying to think. It was Tiger versus Phil forever on the golf course, right? Trying to think. Other than that, what LeBron, Steph Curry was halfway decent, I guess. Maybe a little bit in basketball this year. I don't have anything in football for you. Do you have anything in the NFL? I know you mentioned Brady and Belichick, and that has its own little subtext, but I think Tom Brady obviously is the winner so far. He is the clear champion from that standpoint. The other, I guess, big football headline yesterday from the NFL perspective, Adam Vinatieri announcing he's done. If I'm going to talk about the Patriots a little bit, got to touch on Vinatieri, I guess the NFL's all-time leading scorer, retiring in his mid-40s, I think it is. Maybe even looked older than that, going with the gray beard for a while. But I can't come up with a great rivalry that has any kind of consistency right now, just on the national scene, Bill. I'm with you on that, and I love that we're getting the DeChambeau Koepka thing to kind of take that place right now.
Yeah, I mean, I guess we're all in on a Koepka DeChambeau pairing in the first round of the U.S. Open.
Oh, sure.
Like, it's not going to happen, right? The U.S. Open committee isn't that clever, right? They don't want ratings like that for a semi-noon, like 11-1, because if you do an 11, I say 11-1, like if they tee off at 11 on one day, they teed off about 1 on the next day, or vice versa. Like that wouldn't be. I mean, the U.S. Open is not smart enough to pull that off, right? Like that would be just too much fun.
Yeah, I don't know if you'd want to try to max out there in the early rounds. You're just hoping that it falls that way in the weekend. I don't know how they'll play that thing, but this is something like I don't.
Do we know the actual? As I looked at this a little bit, do we know the true story behind? Because I don't feel like the slow play thing is what elevates this to where we're at. I feel like there's more here. Do we know the true story behind this?
I just think they don't like each other. I think it's pretty simple from a golf perspective. This has not been a secret for a while, but they're just not each other's biggest fan. And I think with the rise of DeChambeau recently and the fascination with his story of gaining a bunch of weight and hitting the ball far, I think that might have created a little bit of jealousy is probably not the right word, envy, something like that. But we've seen that from Koepka kind of with anybody. Anytime he's not getting talked about, it seems like he's not happy. And that video that came out from the Golf Channel that was leaked, I guess yesterday is when everybody saw it, basically. The day before, maybe the night before, maybe here within the last 24 hours-ish, has kind of taken this thing to another level. When you have visual evidence like that, and then the memes were all over the place yesterday of Koepka rolling his eyes or his eyes closed in the foreground and DeChambeau walking behind him, and Tom Brady had a lot of fun with that. The one that I like the best, that Brady put out a series of these things, and the one that I like the best, it had over Bryson DeChambeau's head, me, Tom Brady, making memes. And then I think Brooks Koepka's with his eyes closed in the foreground, like everybody else, or something to that effect.
You know what? I was reading real quick, and this is what needs to happen. And I don't know where we can take this story today. Golf Week has an article out. Obviously, this all happened yesterday. So Golf Week's got an article out within the last, it was at 4 p.m. yesterday. Tim, what do you think about this idea? This is what Golf Week suggested. It said Mickelson needs to step aside, take one for the team, do television commentary with Tiger Woods and Charles Barkley, let Koepka in with Brady.
Les says they both cry babies when they don't get what they want, talking about Koepka and Bryson DeChambeau. I like the idea, but I think this one is almost better the longer it festers. You know what I'm saying? I don't think that would live up to the hype when they actually face each other that way. I think it's better that Koepka could just take shots on social media about whatever DeChambeau's doing as this thing is played. That might be more interesting than them actually meeting together on the golf course. What a time. I mean, go through the golf rivalries in your lifetime. I'm trying to go in my head. Tiger and Phil has been an interesting one, but always kind of like a subtext, right? On the surface, they always said nice things about each other and seemed to smile and get along to a professional degree, at least. Before then, I'm trying to think of any kind of golf rivalries. You know, it was Nicklaus and Palmer, I guess, is probably the biggest one. As I was growing up, I was only told about that, right? I remember that Nicklaus 86 Masters win, and this was long after Arnold Palmer was close to his prime as well, so didn't get much of that. Got a little bit of Greg Norman and Nick Faldo maybe, kind of in the interim after Jack Nicklaus and his reign was over. And then it was Tiger for a while, and then Phil trying to – I always felt like that was a manufactured rivalry because Phil Mickelson couldn't live up to Tiger Woods and no one could. And then it just seems like there's been a big vacuum ever since the Tiger dominance and Dustin Johnson being the world's number one, but being probably the last guy in the world that would seemingly have a rivalry with anybody with his easygoing way.
But golf is a gentleman's sport, too. And I think a lot of players previously respected the sport and respected the sanctity, I guess, of the gentleman's sport. And so in reference, you didn't have this. You didn't have, they didn't have social media. But again, could you ever see Nicklaus and Palmer sparring back and forth on Twitter? I mean, and the same thing, even, Twitter, as Tiger and Phil or Tiger and David Duval were evolving, or, whoever you want to put yourself. Again, Tiger's never even really been I think he put out something the other day, congratulations to Phil on Twitter, but Tiger's never even really been that guy, right? He was about as vanilla as they come. You couldn't get him to say anything in the media. Phil, for the longest time, Phil's really just kind of come into his own media-wise in the last 18 months with the Fireside with Phil chats or whatever that was hilarious.
Social media-wise.
Social, that's what I'm meaning. Social media and
I think Tiger Woods
media-wise.
was too busy to do any social media stuff. He had other stuff he was doing. Sorry, little slam there this
Oh,
morning.
hey, good to have you in for the show today. But the bottom line is, I think those guys they didn't. That was I think people have respect. I mean, again, Gary Player. Were you ever going to get Gary Player if there had been some form of social media around to go on and start? Those guys respected the game. I don't know if the young guys necessarily respect the game in the same manner that it was 15 years ago, 10 years ago. Like,
but what does talking a little trash on social media have to do with respecting the game?
I would say it's just a different sport as opposed to baseball or football or throw in basketball. I don't know, Tim. That's a good question. Is it a different sport? And that's what I'm saying. I don't know where
you're getting the cross sport. You're getting the crossover here with football thrown in. I'm seeing the tweet yesterday from DeChambeau saying, Tom Brady, once Aaron Rodgers and I take you down and take you and Phil Mickelson down, you will feel just as deflated as those balls were in the AFC Championship game.
Yeah.
Maybe that's what it is that's allowing this trash talk to get out there. The cross sport rivalry or mixing the sports here where the gloves are off a little bit. I think it's pretty fantastic. I'm all on team Phil and Tom Brady in this thing, even though I'm an Aaron Rodgers guy. I'll be interested too. I feel like I don't know if we've been able to. Well, let's see. Who's the public on in the Brooks Koepka Bryson DeChambeau rivalry, right? Who is usually there's a good guy and a bad guy. I think, like Les said, I don't think either one has a big public backing necessarily in that rivalry. Are you with me on that? Is you a Koepka guy there?
Yeah, no, that's what makes this interesting. I feel like it's pretty polarizing. And you know what? And actually, maybe polarizing is the wrong word. I feel like probably you don't like both, but you dislike one more.
Right.
And that's what makes it more fun, more entertaining. Because maybe now you're kind of like, you know what? I kind of like that other guy more. I'm pulling for him.
Maybe this event too, coming up in July, will change some minds. I will certainly be paying a little bit more attention to it, or I can't wait to see where this thing goes from here. Does the PGA commissioner sit down Koepka and DeChambeau and say, boys, we can't have this anymore? Or is this something that I would think the PGA is kind of going to quietly sit by and allow as much of this to happen as possible? First of all, you're promoting an event for charity and going to raise a ton of money there. But secondly, it's getting people talking about golf. And whereas yesterday at this time, I was like, oh, I was getting fired at the Golf Channel for releasing that video. Now I'm thinking, wow, somebody might be getting a raise for releasing that viral video now because of everything it has sparked.
It's been moved.
I'm sorry.
They may act like they're incensed, but I don't think they are.
It's been moved, Bill? What do you mean?
Somebody put on I haven't gone back and looked at it this morning, but somebody put in one of these articles that it's been removed from the internet. I don't know how you do that. I don't know how you remove anything from the internet these days, but.
Yeah, I understand why the channel would want to take that down and the whole deal, and maybe that'll be part of the allure of this thing, right? Oh, I got a copy of the video that they got removed from social media. What a time to be alive. Going to give you the SEC baseball tournament breakdown when we come back. I see our favorite 86-year-old caller would like to discuss a little bit of SEC tourney baseball, and now the Gamecocks continue their break as we sit here a week from tomorrow. Will be the first time Carolina can play in an NCAA regional. We'll find out all those details Monday at noon, I think, when everything is set to be announced from that standpoint. Again, Shane Beamer talking last night up in Greenville at Fluor Field to the Gamecock Club folks up there. We'll get into a bit of a Gamecock football discussion, as we tend to do mostly on this show almost every single day. 803-100. Would love to have you join the show. Up and rolling on the Facebook and YouTube live stream, also on Twitter, the video version of the show. If you would like to join that video version, sponsored by Beaufort Lending, love to have you there. The live chat, we see it already up and going this morning. David, John Frew, Chris, Josh, Carlton, Craig, get you guys joining in the fun. Craig adds that they need to get Patrick Reed doing the call on this golf match. That's another one. And Chris, I follow the account on Twitter, Shooter McGavin, so I think I'm a little skewed there, but Chris also apparently in on golf rivalry of Happy Gilmore versus Shooter McGavin here, and the comparison of Brooks Koepka against Bryson DeChambeau. What a way to start this one. It's the early game. It's 107.5 to
driven new attitude. I want guys that want me here, not just going out there to hire some guy that has a
I think I hit a delay. I'm going to restart this thing real quick.
Were you taking pictures of the sunrise? Is that what you're doing?
No, so I was going to bring this up on air just as an alternate topic. Ducks versus geese. So up here, there's a huge, like there's a whole family of geese that just went wandering by, right? Whole family, like the little babies are growing up and they're huge. They're the geese, but they go out here and they make a mess and everything. So nobody likes the geese. Everybody hates the geese, but we all love the ducks and we feed the ducks. But do people like geese? Like, are they pretty? Do you like geese are mean, man. They'll come after us.
I think there are a lot of fans of gray geese or a gray goose, maybe.
So I don't know, like Mr. Wayne, who's out of town, usually feeds the ducks. I was going to go feed the ducks here.
You're the fill-in duck provider? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Fill-in duck feeder?
Yeah, I got to go. He's got the cracked corn. I got to go down there and put some out for the ducks here.
Billy,
I don't think I can take
corn.
the computer with me. But am I supposed to scare off? Am I supposed to go? We've got a broom lady. There's a lady. Nobody knows her name. She marches up and down the shore, the land here with a broom, scaring off the geese.
Really?
Yeah, I mean they do. They poop out there and it's nasty and disgusting. And, huh?
They can take over for sure.
So should I go shoe the geese?
Can you march the same way she does?
No, because the last time somebody marched like that, they tried to take over a whole continent. And it ended up in a bunch of World War II documentaries. I'll see if they're still out here. Oh yeah, see them? Can you see them all down there?
Oh, wow. There's quite a
Yeah.
few.
Let's see how the internet does.
Staying strong. You're good.
Yeah, well, I gotta go a couple doors down.
A little nature show this morning. Attaboy. Oh, now we're losing you.
Mhm.
All right, Mr. Wayne, this is.
Gotcha.
You losing me?
Yeah, you're in there. Beautiful flowers.
Corn.
Good. Nice sunrise.
I'm hearing son-in-law picking some corn. I'm probably sure is out driving the combine.
Dave says, goody, a field trip.
Right. It'd be a great field trip if he fell in the water.
I don't
Hey,
think.
Bill.
I don't think you saw that. Yeah. You still got me?
Yeah.
Thankfully.
There we go. See, we've officially fed the ducks.
Wow.
But I don't know. We'll have to see if the geese come back.
Well, look at that.
All during one break. This is what you get on the field trip. That's right, David. That's exactly what it was.
Mm-hmm. Fascinating.
All right, there was your morning field trip.
Wild Kingdom with Bill Gunner.
That's right. I didn't even put my sandals on.
That's
Little
a wild
nature
man
show.
right there.
Jason wants to know about the cat.
Yeah, the cat's still around. He's going after the ducks.
Makes
The
sense.
cat's not. We're not a fan of the cat right now.
The duck whisperer. Nice, Chris.
My dad says strong winds tomorrow, 25 miles an hour. That's not good.
Better keep that corn low. It'll blow everywhere.
More to do with the boat being where the boat is. I took the boat out last night. Went to Liberty on the Lake. Got some tuna. Everybody knows Lake Murray produces the best tuna.
Mm-hmm.
Low in mercury.
All right, about to head back in.
Okay.
Hate to break this up, but
Now I'm texting with Ansley now because she knows about the broom lady. John, I have yelled at the cat. I yell at the cat now. The cat's that cat is something else.
all right, you guys are up.
Nature show field day. During that commercial break, Bill Gunter's been outside on the banks of Lake Murray feeding some ducks.
Mr. Wayne took care of Mr. Wayne's ducks this morning. Went out and fed the ducks. Ducks or geese? Like, I feel like we're talking rivalries. Ducks and geese. That's a pretty big rivalry, right?
It depends where at your place. Apparently, it is. I got no ducks or geese around my house. You have the occasional deer rolling around. We had the deer versus neighbor incident where the neighbor got taken out by a deer.
Wait, a neighbor got taken out by a deer?
Yeah. Thought the thing was going to run away and ended up running right into him.
What?
Oops.
Huh?
I think he fell down the hill. He was a little dazed, apparently, the deer, not the neighbor.
Oh.
Yeah, you see the neighborhood deer in my house.
Yeah.
So you understand. They're
There
there.
was like a group
They're
of
around.
like 5,
Yeah.
right there.
It's kind of a deer gang around my neighborhood. Apparently, you've got the duck gang and the geese gang going. See, at least the deer gang run the neighborhood at my place. There's no doubt whose turf it is. You still have a turf war going on there outside your house of duck versus geese. Is that what you're saying, Bill?
Basically, yeah, here comes two ducks. We'll get the computer back. We'll take a little road trip here again in the next segment if you want to join but I see 2 ducks cruising in now. They've got their breakfast out there. So I've been productive this morning. I've got my coffee and Mr. Wayne. I've taken care of his ducks this morning. I did not shoo the geese off because, as Les says on the live stream, geese are mean, man. Like,
Yes.
they're mean. And there was a whole pack of them. Y'all saw on the live stream. There's a couple adults, a whole pod of the kids. It could have lost a toe in that situation.
Well, we would have called, emergency services.
No, y'all wouldn't have. You would have encouraged. The first thing you would have done was encourage people to go to the live stream.
Oh, duh.
I see it for themselves.
As I lay there on the ground, being
Rub some dirt
bitten
on it.
by geese.
Exactly. Nobody's feeling sad for you. Get over it. I don't think anybody's feeling sad for the couple of higher seeds in the elimination game this morning at the SEC tournament. Mississippi State and Tennessee going to be the early game at 10:30 today. Florida thumping Mississippi State 13-1 yesterday. It was Alabama for the second straight day, beating the higher seed. First, it was the Gamecocks, obviously, and a relatively easy win for Alabama. Yesterday, it was anything but. It was an 11-inning win for Alabama over Tennessee. So Alabama advancing in the winner's bracket now. They're playing Florida at 5:30. The other loser's bracket game is Georgia and Mississippi. Georgia, an 11-2 loser. They almost got no hit yesterday, but ended up getting a hit when they needed it the most. It was going to be a 7-inning, 10-run rule deal. They were down to the last out, and that's when Georgia survived, got their first hit, and ended up scoring the first few runs. Ended up a 11-2 game, Arkansas over Georgia yesterday. So Georgia will play Ole Miss, who lost 5-4 in the nightcap last night. Vanderbilt a walk-off winner there. So it's Vandy and Arkansas in tonight's nightcap in the winner's bracket. So you got Florida and Alabama, a couple of, I'd say, relatively unlikely teams in the winner's bracket, with the 6th seed Florida Gators and the 10th seed Alabama Crimson Tide. And then you have Vandy and Arkansas. No surprise there. 4 seed Vandy and the number 1 overall seed Arkansas in the winner's bracket as well. And losers bracket game 2-3 Mississippi State, the early one, and Tennessee, and then Georgia and Ole Miss. 8 seed Georgia, 5 seed Ole Miss. I know our buddy Gamecock Larry wanted to discuss some of the SEC baseball tournament this morning. We get out to the Love Chevy phone lines for the first time, 803-6100 if you would like to join the show. Larry, how you feeling this morning, sir?
Feeling okay. I'm not upset at all about losing the opening game of the series. But first, I got to say something to old Root Hog. You keep texting me late at night. I don't know what text is, send my message about your Gilbert Indians. Well, I don't care who your Gilbert Indians play in the state championship. I'm going to pull for the other team. If you don't like it, give me a call. Then yesterday morning, I got up, my oxygen concentrator cut off during the night. My oxygen was down kind of low. My daughter called my oxygen man. His name is Leon Waddle. He came right out, changed it up, got me a brand new one, and I'm doing good. Now, Mississippi State, Mercy Rule, had to call it off after 7 innings, 13-1. I don't feel at all bad about losing in the opening game. Alabama outscored Tennessee 3-2. Yes, that was runners interference. I watched all these games. That was runners interference. And today I'm going to have to pull for Alabama. I'm going to have to pull for Alabama today. I don't care about the other 3, but I'm going to watch all of them. But I just want to let all these people know the Gamecock Larry is getting back in shape. Going to be okay. And I'm going to be out there at football tailgate riding my motor scooter. Look out because I can't see, might run over me. But go Gamecocks, and I'll see you later. Go Gamecocks.
Gamecock Larry, ladies and gentlemen. Nice job, Leon, his oxygen man, hooking him up yesterday.
Literally.
What Gamecock Larry is talking about, the runner's interference, it was bases loaded, 1 out. Alabama, Tennessee tied at 2 in the bottom of the 9th. Alabama hits a chopper up the middle. Tennessee hits the chopper up the middle. Alabama trying to turn 2. They don't. The relay to first was late, and yet the call was runner interference. And it gets called so much in the college game. This is when umpires become superstar umpires and the whole thing. And yeah, all right. If Larry wants to say it was runner's interference, it was like the dude put his hand out and touches the guy turning, the second baseman turning the double play. It was certainly nothing egregious, but that kept Tennessee from winning the game. So they go to extra innings, and Alabama ends up winning that thing 3-2. I hate it every time, Bill. I would like to think I'm relatively consistent. Whenever an official's call decides a game instead of the game, the players. That's when I have a problem with it. If it had wildly affected it, if it had a significant effect on turning that double play, it's one thing. By the letter of the law, yes, it's runner's interference. But Chad Holbrook was who I saw bring attention to this thing on social media. He said, yeah, the rule needs to be changed. The rule is written simply to protect the fielder. What about the runner? You got to protect the runner as well. And I don't like seeing that kind of finish or that kind of call affecting so much of an outcome of a game. Now, SEC tournament, not that huge a deal, but if this were like in an NCAA super regional and would have changed the difference between Tennessee going up 1-0 in a best of 3 series, and then they're going down 1-0 in the best of 3 series just because of this one rule, then I think there would be a lot more attention on it. But I understand Gamecock Larry may be one of the few out there that saw the Tennessee Alabama finish yesterday at the SEC tournament. I think most Gamecock fans just kind of turn their attention away, take a bit of a break now, get the Memorial Day holiday plans all in check, and looking forward to the NCAA regional, while some have told us, Bill, yesterday that they'll check back in after the Gamecocks get a win in the NCAA regional.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. I'm like Gamecock Larry. He says he doesn't follow any athletes after they leave South Carolina. I don't follow any tournament after South Carolina's eliminated. So I really haven't followed the SEC tournament for the last 25 years, to be honest. No, I didn't watch much of this. I got into hockey last night. There was a couple elimination games last night. Tampa Bay winning last night. Pittsburgh and New Jersey last night. You had some NBA. I was a little bit more into that, New York. They are technically in New Jersey, but New York, the Islanders. So that was what I was more into last night. I did not stay up all night to watch Vegas and the Minnesota Wild. I had to draw a line in the sand, and it came down to no hockey that started at 10 o'clock was I going to watch, but you had Vegas and Minnesota there, and they ended up tying. Minnesota won to tie the series. I was far more into that. I was far more into that.
Understandable. And what's it going to take for you to get into the NBA playoffs? Because Ja Morant, the South Carolina native, going nuts last night for a franchise record 47 in the playoffs, but the Grizzlies fall short to the number 1 seed Utah Jazz. They lose by 12, and that series now tied at 1.
That's a good question. I don't know if I can get into the NBA playoffs. And again, some of it is, and I know Madison Square Garden last night again was packed. Tim, I've gotten into the hockey a little bit more in the NBA because of crowds, because of the environments. Some of the arenas having full capacity. Open this thing up, man. I don't understand why some of the NBA facilities are not going full capacity at this point. It's, we're seeing it, the NCAA regionals, the baseball tournament's going to have full capacity. It is kind of an atmosphere thing. The more I see it. And, last night watching Tampa Bay and watching a little bit of the Islanders and the Penguins and seeing the facilities, man, or, the crowd and the energy. And then you flip over to NBA game and the first few levels are covered up and they're getting there. But I think that's what it may be, is giving me an environment. I don't know if other people agree with me on this or not. They may not. But at least getting an environment and an atmosphere to watch. If the NBA doesn't have a crowd there, I don't know. It's just dull. It's really, really dull and boring. So that's what it may be.
Now, I'm with you completely. It's something that I never thought about before because it never come up in our lifetime. Now, sometimes you see, better crowds as opposed to some lackluster crowds, but usually you get some sort of uptick when you come to postseason play, and every fan base gets a little bit more into it and the whole thing. But to see, fewer crowds and the atmosphere not quite being there in the NBA playoffs compared to the NHL playoffs, there's no comparison there from when I'm flipping channels and being invested. Ja Morant, though, going down in the history books last night. Most points in the playoffs in NBA history by a player 21 years old or younger. He topped LeBron James's previous high of 45, And the only other guys that have done it at such a young age, scored 40 or more in the playoffs, pretty good company. Magic Johnson, Tracy McGrady, Luka Doncic. That's the list. 5 guys now, and Ja Morant at the top with 47 points. The Sumter native doing it in a loss last night against top-seeded Utah. Memphis losing by 12, and I love that Ja Morant is not that thump my chest, look at me, I'm going to talk about how good I was. His comment after the game was, we lost. Obviously, wasn't enough. That's the kind of guy I want in my locker room. I think that's why Ja Morant is set up for success moving forward in the NBA, along with his ridiculous talent that was obviously on display last night with 47 points.
And I'll say, because I really do, Tim. I know you're kind of staying on that NBA theme, but it is interesting to me, in an internal perspective, I guess you'll say, as we go inside the mind of Bill. Are you ready for that segment?
Oh boy,
we got a few minutes. Let's do this. What I enjoy now as sports, and I agree with what you're saying about Ja Morant and the NBA, and Chris hits us up on the live stream and says the NBA is always behind, and that's why their numbers are down and not where they used to be. I don't know if that's the case. The NBA is actually trending. You got younger people like Patrick. I mean, I'm 39. It's not like I'm an old goose wandering around out there. But the NBA is probably the second most popular sport right now, behind the NFL. The shoes, the personalities. The NBA is, and I'll bang the drum for the NBA 9 days out of 10. But I got to admit, right now, with no crowd there over the last year, when you take a crowd out of a sporting event, I didn't realize how much I missed it until the beginning of May. The crowd, when I say I missed it, I didn't realize a crowd at a sporting event until the beginning of May, when I flipped over. It was a Sunday night, and the Braves had full capacity for a game against the Phillies, and it was Sunday night baseball. And how much watching a sport, having the crowd there, having the energy, made me reinvested in that sport. And perfect example is the other night, the Carolina Hurricanes, watching them in their NHL series against the Nashville Predators, and seeing full capacity, and seeing the towels waving, and seeing everything going on that I think is part of watching sports on television. I don't know if other people are out there like this. Again, we're taking a quick segment down the mind of Bill Gunner, which is phenomenal. But like, Tim, have you noticed crowds, atmosphere more now post COVID?
Oh, absolutely.
Than you did?
Like you're talking about when the Hurricanes played last and they had 12,000 people at the game in Raleigh. That one, I literally, as I was watching it, I had to make sure, I had to double check that it was live, that it wasn't some kind of replay, that this was actually going on, and the crowd had actually gotten to that point. Craig says that Islanders crowd was awesome last night. Yeah, Madison Square Garden with 15,000 people that saw the Knicks win a postseason game for the first time in almost 3,000 days. 15,000 at Madison Square Garden, something that hasn't been seen. I know game number 1, they saw the loss, but 2013 was the last time the Knicks won a postseason NBA game. We'll continue to discuss as we roll on this morning. We got the DeChambeau and Koepka social media stuff going on as well. Hope your Thursday's off to a good start. Thanks for tuning us in here. 803-404-6100. If you'd like to call or text, it's the early game on 107.5 The Game.
Dan Patrick.
All right, let's check on the duck situation here. The duck geese situation. See, when we go back in the studio, we're not going to get any of this. It's not going to be as fun.
Well, there. Get different situations outside on the Gervais Street sidewalk.
Yeah. There's no ducks or geese. They're not. Looks like
the grass.
Geese are gone. I don't know where the 2 ducks went. We got Mr. Lewis over there fishing.
6:49.
That's
Neighborhood
right.
is up early.
He gets out every morning, does a little fishing. As Gamecock Larry was talking, I was talking to Lewis, and I've been texting Ansley, my daughter, about the goose situation.
We just had a caller who was a little incensed about you guys talking about the crowds. They're like, the crowds they're packed. You're just not admitting that you don't like the NBA.
Do what?
You're not a fan of the NBA because clearly all of the crowds have been packed and everything with the NBA, and so you're just showing that you're not NBA fans.
Boy, thank goodness you took that phone call.
Don't shoot the messenger. I was like, oh, okay.
I have just enough energy in me this morning to be quite rowdy with anybody who wants to be like that.
You have corn to throw at them.
That's right.
Yeah,
You ever
14
try eating?
plus at that game last night with Utah Memphis. That's what the listed attendance is. What about the watched a little bit of the Sixers and Wizards. Saw that wasn't close and turned it pretty quickly.
I like Eddie's text. Eddie is the first person ever I think I've ever seen that says people want to tune in to watch defense in any sport.
Well, I do think you can get invested even if your team's not in. Like, I love watching the women college, the women's softball championships and those tournaments and stuff. I love watching that. I don't have skin in the game, but
Are you saying that crowd helps you get into it?
I think at time, just. Yeah, I mean, I think so. And I don't know, just the way I don't know. Probably a combination. I like hearing people that are there, and cheering. Yeah, I think it does.
Tim, did you ever go to an Inferno game when you were in college?
They didn't have them when I was in school, but
Really?
yeah, I worked a bunch of them when I was back in town, starting in 2003. I think 2005 maybe is when they got out of town. So for 2-3 years there anyway.
Yeah, they must have just left when you because I remember going to a couple in college. You'd go to I kind of miss that. I was telling somebody the other night, going to an Inferno game or a Greenville Growl game is not the same as going to an NHL game. That you don't get it's not the same. It's not the same kind of vibe. It's not the same.
You remember the name of the mascot?
Huh?
Do you
Of the
remember
Inferno?
name of the mascot?
Of the Inferno?
Mm-hmm.
Flamey?
It was a dog, wasn't it? Blaze?
Wait, you can't ask the question if you don't know the answer.
You're right, Jen. It was Blaze for sure. 2001 to 2008 is when they played.
Really?
Yeah.
When did you graduate?
2000.
You were one of those 4-year students I read about in those books.
You read a book? Stop it.
Yeah, they gave me a book when I showed up on campus, and it was like, you're supposed to graduate in 4 years and move on to a different life. I was like, huh. 6 years later, I was like, I bet they write about me in books. Don't be like Gunner and spend 6 years for a history degree.
And then do sports radio.
Hey, I like my life now. And I met a nice person last night at the Liberty on the Lake from Philadelphia. I have a good life.
All right, guys are up.
Instead of being on Team Koepka or Team DeChambeau, I think I'm on Team Phil. Normally, when there's just like an agitator, nobody likes an agitator. But I feel like everybody was on Phil Mickelson's side yesterday when he just randomly chimes in and takes a shot at Brooks Koepka. Just reminded everybody that he's the current PGA champion.
Is that a friendly shot? Like, is that like a lighthearted, like punch your buddy in the arm? Like he's on Koepka's side? Because I will say this: have you heard some of even the interviews? I think when I'm watching the Golf Channel, they talk about Mickelson and DeChambeau have a really good relationship there because they talk about kind of weird things, UFOs, like the galaxy. I'm serious. Have you seen some of these interviews recently? Where, like they're both kind of those like guys who like talk about off the wall things when they'll play practice rounds together. So I'm not 100% sure that was like a. I feel like it was a strong shot across the cheek.
Well, you know what's coming then. Is it going to be a fireside chat with Bryson and Phil, and we're both showing off those calves? That's what I'm seeing in the future.
Yeah,
That would be good. Be good.
5.
Hour number 2. We'll see if we can be good. It's coming up now.
That's correct, David. I was a professional student. It really was actually just making an effort to keep Sharkies in business. Sharkies down at 5 points in business for a long time. They were a fan of my patronage.
I'm sure.
Weird, Chris. That's the one NHL venue that I've also been to. And
Stars?
yeah, no doubt it was a better brand of hockey, but I think what Bill is saying, it's kind of like minor league baseball compared to Major League Baseball, right? You just have a much different experience. Not necessarily about the game or the quality of the game with the minor league experience, about probably the beverages and the promotions and the whoever you're going with. Obviously, John. Just pointing out the obvious. Yeah, I was just shocked at the difference in a level of play, like how much more fun the game or faster the game was.
You're talking about NHL.
Yeah.
I don't know. I can take the computer and go outside. I may as well take the computer and take you to the kitchen. What do you think? I think watermelon and bacon is a pretty good combination, don't y'all?
No doubt.
No. Without the watermelon, yeah.
Salty and sweet. Perfect.
That's a watermelon. Yeah, I'll get some bacon going here.
Instead of fireside chats, this is.
Mm-hmm.
Get a few slices going this morning.
Could you be any louder?
Huh?
What?
I don't be paying no attention to you. Oh, you think I'd be listening, but I not be listening.
You'll miss me tomorrow.
Am I the only one that cooks bacon this way? Like, I put it in one of these aluminum pans with some tin foil in the bottom to soak up the grease. Tim, how do y'all cook bacon?
No, my wife does that occasionally. Usually we do the microwave, though.
Really?
We do.
Jen,
Yep.
how do y'all cook bacon?
Microwave.
Both of y'all microwave bacon?
Yeah.
Oh,
Good
this
deal.
is a topic. Who else out there microwaves bacon?
Most of the normal world who has.
No. That is not true. That is not true. I do not. I will refuse to believe the world that I live in is full of people microwaving bacon. This is not true.
Okay, putting it out on the poll question. Yes or no? Do you cook bacon in a microwave? Fair?
No, you got. I think no, because that question does ask. Like some people, I'm sure, do it. What is the preferred way of cooking bacon? Yeah, Josh, Chris, You don't microwave bacon. You don't microwave bacon. This is.
How long
You
does
don't
it take
microwave
to
bacon.
cook?
You're doing a disservice to the bacon.
Okay. How about is cooking bacon in a microwave a disservice to bacon?
Yes.
Great.
How about is it a disservice to cook it in a microwave? Good with that?
Yeah.
That'll work.
I don't care what they do, David. You don't put microwave. You don't put bacon in a microwave. The only acceptable time to microwave bacon. There's one acceptable time. If you've already cooked it, if you've got leftover bacon, and you're going to put it on a hamburger or a hot dog. Only time.
But wouldn't that
Hot dog.
get it soft or soggy?
You can put a wet paper towel around it, but again,
That would get it soggy.
you don't do it. You don't do it for long.
Yeah, you can. Craig, I get crispy bacon.
Yep, me
Cook
too.
the tar out of it.
Not that hard. It's not crispy, you go 30 more seconds. It's not crispy, you go 30 more seconds.
Yep. Exactly.
That is yeah.
Raw.
Bacon on a
crisp. Yes.
Wait a minute, John Prue. Who puts bacon on a hamburger or hot dog? What? And
Never
David,
heard-
what do you mean you're lazy?
Yeah.
How
Yeah,
hard?
exactly.
I'm lazy. I just put 2 slices. All I had was 2 slices left. Actually, I have a whole nother pack of bacon.
When is your
So-
bacon going to be ready? Is it going to be ready in 2 minutes and 30 seconds?
No, Tim.
Exactly.
Delicious bacon
why-
takes time. Delicious
Right.
bacon takes time. You don't.
Not all of us are on island time like Bill.
Right.
Hey, I'm sorry that I live a very entertaining life.
It's something.
I go back to my coffee in a minute here.
Yeah, that
That was
pre-cooked bacon, I'm with
That
you
was
on
a
that.
trip to Bill's kitchen. So far we've been out to feed the ducks and we've taken a trip to the kitchen.
Now, I feel like you're just doing My Cousin Vinny and the grits bit.
Yeah.
You're using bacon.
Good
You
analogy.
don't put bacon in the microwave. That's unacceptable.
Exactly, David. I think we could do a taste test with Bill. He would never know the difference.
Exactly. No clue.
No one is arguing, Josh, that the
Right.
microwave is the superior way. We're just doing theory versus reality here.
Now, see, Josh, I will do Insta grits in a microwave. I think there's a line there.
Oh my gosh. Now see, that should just get the whole grit eating population incensed. You live in the South, you shouldn't be doing instant grits.
No, I agree.
Oh, go back in.
I'll do the Insta grits in the microwave. I can do microwave grits, but you don't do microwave bacon.
I wonder if
What up, Bill?
we could interrupt Bill Gunter's breakfast routine by doing a radio show this morning.
Well, we've had that last what you and Jen just said is on the live stream. No, it's not normal. It's not normal. All right, folks. I'm sorry. There's not a lot going on a Thursday, unless you want to talk NBA or NHL, and we'll do that. I'll gladly do that. I watched the Tampa game last night. It was boring. They won. They won. I think 4-0. I'll admit I stopped watching. Even though yeah, they were up big. Okay. All right. So yeah, we got Jen. If you got our countdown a couple days ago, you told me it was 106 days to Carolina football. I think we're probably down to.
It is 100.
It's 100.
That's
We're
up
100
today.
days. Okay. All right. How about that? We got 100 days till Carolina football. We got plenty of time to discuss South Carolina football. Next week, Gamecock Larry, we'll get into Gamecock baseball when we know if they're hosting a region or not. So I'm sorry for the path that we're about to go down. All right. No, I'm not at all, actually. Off air on the live stream, I asked, watermelon and bacon. Is it one of the most delicious combos? You know what? I think it might be. This is on the heels of yesterday's discussion about watermelon. Off air, I took the live stream. If you were on the live stream, you saw we went into the kitchen, put bacon in the oven. Tim apparently microwaves his bacon. I don't see how that's. I mean, I know how it's possible. That's not what I'm trying to say there. But I don't understand anybody. We can't be friends if your way of living is microwaving bacon.
The excuse. I'm sorry, what?
You do the same, lady.
No, she's proud of it. She's
I
saying
know.
You were open
getting her
about
out
it.
of getting her out of a relationship.
Yeah, exactly. We're not friends.
No, we're not. This is the worst thing that's ever happened in this
Have
show.
you not seen? Okay, so there's bacon racks. There's an industry of bacon racks for the microwave. There's also
You're not selling me on. You're not selling me on a
And there's
whole host
also
of
the
lazy
thing
people.
that looks like a mug, and you put it over, and then
That's-
it's
that's
got
a
nuts
whole-
at the bottom. Yeah,
Whole host of lazy people in this world who decided microwaving bacon.
lazy.
Yeah, I'm sorry. No, I don't even care if people are upset that this is going to be the conversation. Because otherwise,
Just hit them with your bacon.
I'll talk hockey for the next 2 hours. This is unacceptable. YouTube
Dave says
microwaving
just
bacon.
tuned in. People microwave bacon? What the? Well, I put the poll question out there. I was just going to do you microwave bacon, yes or no? And Bill knew immediately that the phrasing of that would not get him the outcome he's looking for, because we all do it. Now, I've phrased it in a way that Bill will feel better. Is it a disservice to cook bacon in a microwave? And right now, 85% of you are saying yes, it's a disservice to cook bacon in a microwave. What it comes down to me at my house is, if the only way I'm going to get bacon is to put it in the microwave, some bacon is better than no bacon.
And maybe you don't want to heat up exactly, and you don't maybe want to heat up the house by turning on the oven.
And yes, Josh, do you microwave hot dogs? We do.
Yes.
Absolutely. No one
After
is.
they've been grilled. After they've been grilled. You don't do it pre-cooked. Or you can reheat a hot dog that has already been grilled in the microwave. You either boil them or you grill them.
No,
You don't.
cook them in the microwave.
No, you
You
don't.
can even split them in half and put a little cheese on.
No,
it.
you don't. No, you don't. No, you don't.
Oh, yeah, I do.
You two's relationship with your microwave, both of you, your relationship with the microwave is over the top.
All right, Southern boy with your instant grits. That'll get you smacked around in the South.
Nah, I disagree. Grits are okay in the microwave.
We're doing theory versus reality here with the bacon bill. I live in reality. You live in your fantasy. I'm going to feed the ducks pre 7 a.m. There is a massive duck versus goose rivalry outside my house. I don't live in that world.
Hey, Bill, did you know you can eat that corn that you gave to him? Why don't you go take a couple bites?
No, I don't want the question.
Speaking of theory versus reality, Rodney just did this on the live video stream. 7:05, he said he was tapping out with this conversation.
I thought it was too.
He's saying it's 107.5, the Food Channel. Either you're tapping out, Rodney, or you're not.
Yeah, that's right.
You can't complain twice about the same thing, man. We're living in reality right now. And the reality of the situation is, when Gamecock baseball isn't performing in the postseason, there is a bit of a lull in our sports calendar. And right now you can fill it, if you're Gamecock Larry, by watching all the SEC tournament games like yesterday. I think Bill is probably much more similar to most of Gamecock fans out there. With Carolina's not playing in the SEC tournament, you're not paying attention to it. I think that's just reality as well. The theory would be here on the show that everybody's invested in the SEC baseball tournament, even if South Carolina's not in it. Reality is, I think very few of you have checked it out. So now it's a matter of, from a sports perspective, all right, how are you filling the gap? You watching the Braves lose to the Red Sox last night? If you're a baseball person, probably, I would imagine. And Marcell Ozuna now out for 6 weeks with broken fingers. Not good. Thought the Braves were back on their path towards the top in the NL East. Now I'm not so sure. If you are like Bill and the 21st century Southerner who will not embrace cooking bacon in the microwave, but will embrace the NHL playoffs, mostly because he has a buddy who lives down in Tampa and he likes to give the buddy grief for the Tampa Bay Lightning, I think, and will like like to take credit for any time the Carolina Hurricanes are doing well and completely ignore them if they're not? Or are you an NBA person right now, maybe a South Carolina NBA person that is taking a lot of pride in the fact that Ja Morant just set an NBA record last night, youngest 21-year-old or younger scored the most points in NBA playoff history, 47. Top LeBron James' record of 45. Only Magic Johnson, Tracy McGrady, and Luka Doncic have gone 40+ before they've turned 22 in the NBA playoffs. That's a heck of a list, man. To me, the ultimate young guy playoff performance was Michael Jordan. I think it was his second year in the NBA, going for 63 against the Celtics in the Garden in a losing effort. That one is the quintessential, and it's the one scene of him going through his legs, 3 times while Larry Bird's trying to guard him. He pulls up and hits the shot. That is forever burned in my memory of young guys in the playoffs. And it's crazy, Bill, that Jordan was he left after his junior season. I'm guessing he was 23 when that happened, maybe even 24 years old. I think he got hurt in the second year, so it might have even been his third year in the NBA.
You talking about the Jordan 63 in the MSG game?
No, in the
Oh, that's right. No,
Boston
it was in
Garden.
the Boston. Why do I think? Yeah.
So to me, that is young guy lighting it up in the NBA playoffs. But Ja Morant just kind of rewrote that story last night with 47.
He did it in 86, Tim.
Left college in 83, would have been 21 there. So, yeah, probably 24 years old. That was season number 3.
Mm-hmm. You know how many shots he took in that game?
Let's see. He scored 63. I'm guessing he took about 40 shots. That sound right?
Yeah, you're a Jordan aficionado. 22 of 41. This is a crazy stat, and that was 86. So I'm 86. I mean, the fact that they add this in. Do you know how many 3-pointers he took?
3s back then. He took
I didn't
41
know.
shots. I would say 3.
Did not, and I don't even know if they had the
none.
I mean, they said did not attempt a 3-pointer. Made 19 of 21 free throws.
That was the day. That was back in the day where Jordan just attacked.
Yeah,
that was so fun. I'm so old now. I love this anonymous texter who just hit us up for the first time in a few weeks, and this should be a T-shirt, a 107.5 The Game T-shirt. Not lazy, busy. Microwave bacon takes 30 seconds. Cooking bacon takes 10 minutes or more. Now, I am afraid to 100% endorse this because it sounds like if he's going the 30-second microwave bacon, he's going that pre-cooked mess. That I can't do. Because it takes me at least 2 minutes and 30 seconds to get the raw bacon going in the microwave typically. Have you ever microwave bacon from the morning before and ate it the next day? That's basically what microwave bacon is, and it's delicious. Texter.
I haven't done that.
Bacon doesn't.
I'm amazed at how fired up people can get over how something is.
I tried to tell you. I knew when you said that. I knew we had a topic. I knew that we had a show. All of a sudden,
see,
we were going nowhere this morning.
Joe is like me. He continues. I microwave bacon, microwave hot, put my burger in an air fryer, and you know what? All were delicious.
No, an air fryer is a totally different because somebody else said if you had bacon in the air fryer, and I've done that, the mess is ridiculous because the grease seeps through to the bottom part. You got to clean it. You can't. That's a whole other. But
you
bacon.
Don't clean it otherwise when you use it.
I clean it about once a month. No, I don't. You don't clean. You clean your air fryer every time you use it.
Yeah.
I don't think you're supposed to. I think it's kind of like I did
coconut shrimp. I'm pretty sure I don't want that on my burger next time.
Right. You do a burger in an air fryer?
No, the one texter said something about it. Is it? Okay.
Yeah, I mean, you can do it. Really? Okay. Yes, it is 107.5, the cooking channel.
That's right.
Yeah.
Back to the text line. Bill was on point, Daniel says, until the instant grits confession. He just
Yep.
Yeah, the instant grits. I'll go down a path on that. But that's only because it's me and the two kids, and I'm bad at figuring out like the pot of grits. Like I follow the directions, and then I'll add salt, pepper, cheese, and butter to the grits. But I end up with like a whole pot full of grits. Like when the three of us just barely, we'll eat like 2 helpings maybe, and I throw away so many grits, so much, and I don't. So I the Insta grits. That's my issue with the grits. The bacon gets eaten. We do eggs, bacon, biscuits. Old Timey Meat Market has great. I'll plug them because we have the Old Timey clip of the day. They have great Southern biscuits that you can put in the oven. Again, oven. Jen, don't give me that. You said earlier, you're like, oh, I don't want to use the oven because I don't want to heat up the house. Get out of here with that. It's not 1912 anymore. The oven ranks right behind the air fryer, or third if you want to throw the grill out there, in cooking items used. Microwave fourth. Microwave is if you're microwaving bacon, as I said on Twitter, go sit in the corner. Have a timeout this morning.
Here's what we need to do, Jen. Just for 2 days, we'll have Bill come into the studio and push the buttons, and you get to stay home and do the show from home. We'll see if he changes his tune there. 2 days.
Yeah, that's not gonna change my opinion of microwaving bacon or whatever else it was Jen said. It's just deplorable this morning.
Chuck, best comment yet so far on the Facebook Live. Bacon in the microwave equals not thrown to the table.
Yeah.
Well done, Chuck. Solid sports talk radio analogy. Who knows where else this thing will go. 803-404-6100 if you would like to weigh in. If you want to get a glimpse of Bill's bacon in the oven, you can check us out on the live video stream as well. YouTube, Facebook, Live, Twitter, on the station handle at 1075 The Game. 803-404-6100 if you'd like to call or text in. It's the early game here on 1075.
The home of the Gamecocks and new head football coach.
Jen, I don't think I have anything here. I was trying to go back and look. Yeah, I don't. 720. I feel like Travis Tritt is just a different song. And I don't even remember the words now.
Attaboy, Rodney. Now you're getting in the spirit. He says, if y'all are going to talk food, ask us what we're grilling for the holiday weekend.
I thought about when he said that. I thought about that. That might be tomorrow morning's topic, or that's going to be the 12-1 topic tomorrow.
Craig, you just put the bacon on a paper towel, one on the bottom, one on the top. There you go. Put it on a plate. That's how you cook microwave bacon.
Yeah, listen, I agree. It takes – right now we're going to flip the bacon. It's not done. But also, it's not like I'm going anywhere. I'm not in a hurry.
See, this was Rodney's real beef with you talking about bacon, no pun intended, is that he couldn't weigh in on what he is cooking. He's smoking pulled pork and chicken on Monday, Friday smoking sausages while watching the 06 Clemson, South Carolina game. Saturday, hot dogs and hamburger showing the new movie, A Quiet Place. Attaboy.
Yeah, I thought, you know what? This is going down a different path. I thought Amazon buying MGM yesterday was really crazy because I've got Amazon Prime. And so I'm guessing that Amazon maybe will start releasing the movies at your house where you can buy them or whatever.
Right.
But no, Rodney, A Quiet Place too.
That's with he just says A Quiet Place. That's with
No, it's A Quiet Place too. I don't think. Well, I think is it John Krasinski? Is that right?
Yeah, The Office. Jim for The Office. So did you see it, Bill? It looked interesting to me. I never saw it.
What, A Quiet Place?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, no, I watched it. It's a good movie, man. I like him. He's grown to me. He's doing with J.J. Abrams. I think it's tomorrow night, or it's either tonight or tomorrow night. I won't get into it. Well, I won't go to a theater, but they're doing a Q&A out in Los Angeles, and they're streaming it to other movie theaters for people to go back to movie theaters. I saw him talking about it yesterday, and I like John Krasinski. The more I watch it, because he was such a I don't know if goofy's the right word, but he was a great character on The Office. That might be another topic. Like, who's your top 5 like sitcom characters of all time? Because he's a sneaky candidate to get into the top 5.
No, you can't put him over Michael Scott, though. Come on, man.
I don't know.
Can't do it.
I
A
gotta
great
close the
supporting character. You have to have a separate category of supporting characters in comedies. Fantastic.
All right, I can get on board with that.
But I'd still put Dwight Schrute over Jim.
Really?
Absolutely.
What's The Office streaming on Peacock? Yeah, that's right. And see, Chris, he's in Jack Ryan. I forgot about that. He's in Jack Ryan. He's done a good job, man. He's done a really good job. Now that we point out some of his roles.
Yeah, I like the Jack Ryan series. Pretty good. Worth watching. Craig, congratulations on your naturalization process into being an American.
See, I'll admit, I got the bacon in the oven on 375 right now, and it's slow cooking. I like Rodney's idea of smoking pulled pork and chicken. You were reading that, although I don't understand why he was all over the place. He gave us Sunday, then Friday, then Saturday. He didn't go in any kind of order.
He went in his order of favorite food, I think.
Oh, did he? Yeah, I was going to say.
Sausages.
He went from Sunday to Friday, back to Saturday. There was a movie.
13 hours. Never saw that, David. Pretty good. Chris thinks so.
Which one was that? I think I saw that. For me, it's almost becoming movie season again because we're out of stuff on television.
So, Bill, if you were actually having to do what, like I've had to do this whole pandemic time of coming in and getting up and whatever.
Hold on, my dad's calling me, and if he's calling me at 7:21, it ain't good. Hey.
Clemson Sean's been triggered. Well done.
How you used to cook macaroni and cheese in the microwave, right?
Uh-huh.
All right, I ain't going to keep you. I know y'all busy, but I can't text driving like this, and I'm dying laughing listening to you guys. So anyway, I'm in there, and I'm going to get Lynn, and I love you, okay?
All right, love you too.
Hey, be careful about your boat. I text you about the wind. Be careful what's coming.
Yeah, I'll look at that. I'll look at that here this afternoon. All right, look at that.
I think I did see that 13 hours then.
Yeah, Dad.
What was the problem there? Cheese? Did I hear cheese in the discussion?
He was talking about how when I was in college and how I used to cook and the things I used to do. So he was yelling at me saying that, I don't know what he was talking about, me microwaving bacon. I've never microwaved bacon.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Breaking development in this morning's program. Apparently the validity of Bill's hot take about bacon in the microwave has been challenged within his own family.
I don't know what Dad was just talking about. He's listening. He's driving into town. He's got things we got to take care of family today, and he's driving in.
He's keeping you honest, is what he's doing.
No.
Your dad rocks.
No,
Exactly. So this is all part of the live video stream, by the way. You get this behind the scenes kind of stuff. I'm just getting on the personal text line from William. Microwave bacon every morning at 6 a.m. with a 5-year-old needing it sooner.
Yeah.
This is what happens with us.
Yeah.
With maybe a few more demands on our time than feeding the ducks or the geese.
Exactly.
Some bacon's better than no bacon.
No, look, bacon is something. Bacon is an item that it is worth waiting on and properly
No one's
cooked.
arguing.
Properly cooked bacon. No, well then you don't disrespect bacon by putting it in the microwave. And you know what? If you need more time, get up earlier. Get up earlier. It's simple. I'm not fighting with you on this.
I respect bacon so much that I'm willing to sacrifice a non-optimal way of preparing it just to have it. I think that's the ultimate. That's just me. Jen, you're getting the phone ringing off the hook now with people weighing in on the bacon discussion.
Oh man, it was Gamecock Larry. He said his daughter fixed some bacon in the air fryer, and he said she's not going to do that again. He said,
Really?
The only way to cook it is with a little bit of oil in the frying pan.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah, that's good. I agree with you. It's just messy. That's just I've gone to the oven. I don't know what my dad was just talking about. I used to fry bacon in the in a frying pan,
What's your name?
and it just I don't know. The oven. I feel like I get the same.
Excellent. Hang on for me, okay?
I get the same quality bacon, just a little less messy, and it takes a few more minutes, but it's delicious. And I'm a crispy bacon person. I need crispy bacon. My kids are opposite. They want the less crispy the better. I'm totally different.
Exactly. That's what I try to tell them.
This is the most
whole industry that they
concerned I have been about your parenting since we've been doing the show. I mean, this is worse than donuts for breakfast. Floppy bacon is what your kids are liking?
Yeah, they're
text line 803-404-6100. Obviously, a very hot topic this morning. Trey, people need to have some breakfast integrity. Microwave bacon is a Sam Darnold drawing version of the Panthers logo. I think Sam Darnold and I have similar art talents. If you haven't seen Sam Darnold's version of the Carolina Panthers logo, look it up on social media. It needs a little work.
I like that. What is the sport analogy for microwaved bacon? What is the sport analogy? It's because I don't know how you guys do that. It's awful. I mean,
Bill, spot on about something. This is from Dr. Deplorable on Twitter. Makes sense that Dr. Deplorable.
There's a lot of you that agree with me out there on a daily basis, and you hate yourself for it.
Let's hear what David's got to say about it on the Love Chevy phone lines now. David, thanks for calling us up at 803-404-6100.
Where are you weighing in on this great bacon debate, sir?
Well, personally, I kind of agree with Bill that you have to have cooked bacon.
Hanging up.
If you have to have microwave bacon, it's better than vegan bacon. That's more disrespectful to bacon.
Good point. Did I hear
that's not bacon at
Did
all.
I hear a microwave beeping in the background as you're speaking to us, Dave?
No. No. I think vegan bacon is more like the Ryan Leaf of the NFL. Of bacon.
There we go. Sports analogy. That's what we needed. Thank you, David, for the phone call.
Thank you.
And I see what he did as well with the leaf and the vegan part of that. Now, just to clarify, no one is advocating for uncooked bacon. David started that with cooked bacon. Yeah, you got to cook the bacon. To me,
and there's nothing floppy about it. It's got to be crispy or
right. And I think people Mark on the live stream said that I say no. My son, unfortunately, he's more of the more floppy bacon. I'm a crispy. That's what defines our society, right? You're either a crispy bacon person or a floppy bacon. Like that's how we see each other. Like you should wear a name tag around every day that says crispy or floppy.
So in your 6 or 7 years at USC, you weren't really a history major. You were like a sociology major.
Right. That's what he is. He's a sociologist. Bill Gunter, sociologist. Ty's got a good sports analogy. Microwave bacon is the Lions on Thanksgiving. So it's football, right? Some football is better than none, but it ain't necessarily good football. That's a strong analogy, strong sports analogy with microwave bacon.
Can you top that? That's an ace page right there. Can you top Ty's? The microwave bacon is the Lions on Thanksgiving.
I'm going to have to get back into this text line here. You guys are blowing this thing up at 803-404-6100, and I love it. Kick off the second half of the show next. Microwave bacon is what? What's your sports analogy? It's the early game here on 107.5 The Game.
Your 24/7 sports station.
I'm feeling pretty good. Pretty good.
107.5 The Game.
I myself, once again this morning, because I'm about to eat bacon, feel pretty good. You know another reason? Got a great deal in my home. Used the mortgage guru, Jacob Crowder. Saved a lot of money. You can do the same. You just need to find out either A, what you can get, what you can be pre-approved for, or B, if you want to refinance, what the interest rate will be. Interest rates are low right now. Jacob Crowder, the mortgage guru, can help you do that.
They had to bring in Brian Kovar along to help him. Give him a phone call this morning, 803-719-1005. You can email the letter J, Crowder, CROWDER at firstpalmetto.com. Right now, you can start the buying process. You want to buy a home, great opportunity, great time. Find out what you're pre-approved for. Call Jacob, text message Jacob. You can email Jacob. A lot of ways to get in touch with Jacob. Get in touch with him, find out what you're pre-approved for, and then start that search for that dream home. And if you're looking to refinance, excellent opportunity. Interest rates are low. Get in touch with him today. 803-719-1005. That email again is the letter J, Crowder, CROWDER at firstpalmetto.com. He's the mortgage guru, Jacob Crowder, with First Palmetto Bank.
Sorry about the audio there. My bad. I got it in eventually.
Do I know? Oh,
didn't have your audio up for the first few seconds there on that.
That's all right. Let's go check on the bacon.
Attaboy, Dad. Way to get in on that.
Oh boy. Let's check on the ducks first.
No, Craig. I thought you said you were American, Craig. What is this? This is.
The ducks haven't been fed for several days, and they've gone away. They've gone to a new home.
I mean, that just sounds way too involved, Craig. And I can't do crab cake for breakfast. Maybe like at a Mother's Day brunch or something. Well,
That's a Saturday breakfast right there, Bob.
Is that your Monday breakfast? Surely not, Craig.
That's a Saturday. Oh, there we go. Oh, yeah, nice and crispy. Unfortunately, we just had 2 pieces this morning.
Jen, you were on mute when you were shaking your head. Feel free to repeat that.
Sorry, I was just saying that I can't.
No, you're good on mute. That's your best sound.
Sorry, I just muted Bill. Don't worry.
Hey, excellent. I love that. No, just that looks really good. It does look kind of involved for breakfast as far as the crab cake and poached egg and all that. I can't do hollandaise sauce. I think I got sick from it one time.
Yeah. Heavy.
So, yeah, can't do it.
The hot sauce though does intrigue me on that one. All right, Bill, you're back up.
Thank you. Air fryer. What kind of air fryer? I don't know. That one. That's the air fryer I have. I don't know.
That looks like mine.
Yeah, I don't.
Because I like that it's more round.
It says power it. So yeah, you got to get the ones with the deeper pot. I'm trying not to drop the computer and carry the bacon back to the table at the same time.
Wow.
Open palmed computer holding.
See bad things happening in a lot.
Nah, we're good. I've made it back. Oh. The fun of the live stream. I like this. Bacon, watermelon, coffee. For some reason, Paw Patrol was on my television.
Sure, why not? Chase is on.
Watch now.
Getting some great ones, man.
What? What are you getting?
The sports analogies from microwave bacon. Great stuff. And we're actually close to on time here, I think.
Yeah, we're rolling right along. So we're doing Carrie an hour earlier. Is that what I saw?
Correct.
Okay.
So this will be the analogy segment, and we'll get out probably about 7:40 here, 7:42-ish, and get Carrie.
It also means I've got to speed up my research to pick a winner this week, since it's basically me versus Carrie in the pick'em. I mean, how do you pick a winner? How do you pick the winner of the race and you're still 10 points behind everybody?
I'm sorry.
Huh?
Did you say something?
That's what I thought.
I'm so sad I won't be here in the morning. I'm just gonna miss you.
I miss you at 9:03 every morning. I don't know. I really don't know how I get through the rest of the day. That's why I text you the way I do.
Yeah. Got my tickets ready for the 500.
Y'all leaving today or tomorrow?
I'm leaving today. As soon as we get done here, I'm heading out. It's just me. My sister and a cousin of mine are going to the race, so it'll be 3 women. Could be trouble.
Do y'all tailgate?
Nah, not really.
You just pull up in your car to your parking spot and you go in?
Well, kind of. I mean, because there's so many activities that are, happening on the track and stuff. And there's different performances and parades and all that kind of stuff and whatever. But so.
What do you mean? Like you said, I guess you said performances, like just bands or concerts or something?
Yeah, there's local bands and
inside
presentations that are going around on the track.
Okay.
So that goes on first, but I mean, you got to get there early. And the lot that I park on is literally just across the street from the Speedway, and it's like just across Georgetown. Doesn't mean anything, but anyway. But the last couple of years, I think they've oversold it. So I've gotten there, and it's like, oh well, you're gonna have to try to park over there with the campers. Like, no. So gonna make sure we're there extra early tomorrow or Sunday. All right, head back in.
All right, head back in.
Hey, guys are up.
Would love to have your help. Thursday, June 17th, our summer blood drive. American Red Cross, Bull Street, downtown Columbia, 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. Pre-registration. Strongly encouraged. You can walk in. Head to our website, 1075thegame.com, for more information about that blood drive on Thursday, June 17th. You guys are really coming through. I'm not gonna lie here. I am pumped up. Now, it's amazing to me. We've asked you your sports analogy for microwave bacon this morning. Again, I'm not advocating that microwaving the bacon is the best way to cook the bacon. I'm just saying that's what we do it at my house. Some bacon's better than no bacon. We've gotten several texters with the same sports analogy with microwave bacon. I don't know how that happens, but I love it. All right. We'll start slow here, Bill, okay? The co-pilot says microwave bacon is the cricket of sports. Microwave bacon equals curling. So I think what they're saying is it's way down on the list, right? Is that what you're getting there? Cricket and curling, not exactly extremely popular in our country, so that's what I'm getting at. Okay, let's get this thing going.
Okay.
The multiple entries we've already had this morning about your sports analogy from microwave bacon. Jacob and anonymous texter say microwave bacon is the Mark Sanchez butt fumble.
That's a good one. It's a good one.
Matt and an anonymous texter, microwave bacon is like having the ball at the 1 yard line in the Super Bowl and Marshawn Lynch in your backfield.
Wow, that's well thought
That's a
out.
good one. That's good.
Just had anonymous texter say microwave bacon is Gamecock football last season.
Okay.
Same lines.
I'm with
It's
you.
better than that.
I'm with you. It was
James says
football.
microwave bacon is the Will Muschamp era at the University of South Carolina. Supposed to be good. Turns out not so much. Harry says microwave bacon like a participation trophy. Anonymous texter, microwave bacon is the NIT. Kelly going awfully specific. Kelly's a Syracuse fan, so he says microwave bacon equals Keith Smart hitting the jumper in the 1987 national championship game, beat his Syracuse team. Congratulations, Indiana. James says microwave bacon, cornhole on television.
Oh wow, that's a shot at cornhole. I don't know where James is going with that. That's not good, right?
Cornhole as a televised event is where James is going with that. So.
Cornhole as a televised event is an interesting because we should all be able to play cornhole, right? Like you watch it, and it's just throwing a bag onto a board, and you watch it, and so we should all feel like we can do that, right? And then you watch it on television, and they're throwing it, they're making every shot, and you're like, clearly these guys have way too much free time to practice this because it can't be that hard, right?
It's kind of what I say
Right.
about Bill's cooking segments. Clearly, he has too much free time if he's able to, cook the bacon in the oven this much.
I am. The stimulating conversation I get from our producer is not what it needs to be at times. I have to entertain myself.
Next one, David on the YouTube live stream. Microwave bacon equals Gamecock baseball at the SEC tourney. Pretty good. Adam might have my favorite one so far on the Cool Care Heating and Air text line 803-404-6100. Microwave bacon is letting your middle infielder pitch so you don't ruin your bullpen rotation just to make it through a game.
I've never been more proud of our listening audience than I am today.
Okay, well, my heart goes to Tom Moody right now because he just texted me and he said, microwave bacon to me is as good as a walk-off grand slam. Absolutely love it.
Oh, Tommy.
Whoa.
No, Tommy. No.
Tommy. Well done.
No.
You're not on Team Tommy. That means you lose. Welcome to the team, Tommy.
No. Not only did you pick a bad team to be on, Tommy, but what an awful take. Do I have to remote into the 1 to 4 show today to yell at Tommy?
No, you can't do the noon show tomorrow, though. Justin, bacon is like a tie in sports. Day. Microwave bacon is the equivalent of the pre-shot clock basketball strategy of just dribbling around in circles to kill the clock when we're winning. Pretty good. We're not going to go any kind of political analogies here. Do the sports analogies, people. I'm looking at you. This was, let's see, did he even sign his name? Of course. Brandon, microwave bacon is like Jamarcus Russell in the NFL. Potential to be really good, but just disappoints. Matt S., microwave bacon is like turning on ESPN to watch football and finding the World Series of Poker instead. You guys are really performing well.
You guys are doing good. I'm never again been so happy.
Microwave
they're just
bacon.
being clever. It doesn't mean they agree with you. They're just being clever with the analogies. It's not saying that they prefer your style of bacon. They may like microwave bacon, but they're just being very clever in their analogies.
I like a lot of these people. I might do this
So you're
this
not
weekend. The cast iron frying pan for bacon. I've never done that, but to put a little bit of bacon grease in the cast iron frying pan might be a solid idea.
Okay. Do you have to put bacon grease in before you cook the bacon? Is that what you're saying?
No.
Oh.
Have it in the cast iron frying pan.
To cook something else.
Yeah, the next thing.
I thought you were saying I need bacon grease to cook bacon. Which
Did y'all do that? My dad did that since he's already called and my dad he would cook bacon and he had a coffee mug and he would pour the bacon grease into the coffee mug. And so we always had a coffee mug with bacon grease in our fridge so that if he went to cook anything else, excuse me, I'm choking on bacon. That'd be a sad way to go. But as like if he'd go to cook green beans or something like that, and he'd just take a little scoop out and put it in the green beans. Is that normal? Is that what people do?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, just a little coffee mug of bacon grease, if you're gonna add it to something else.
You can also just throw a piece of bacon in general into the green beans and cook it as well. Don't even have to have the grease.
Charlie D., microwave bacon is to food like Johnny Manziel is to football. Then, microwave bacon is Canadian football. Anonymous texter, microwave bacon is arena football. Steve, microwave bacon is like how the Packers are handling the Aaron Rodgers situation.
Yep.
Well done, Steve.
So I feel like I've been vindicated on this. Like you two are the microwave bacon people on this show. I've cooked it in the oven. It's delicious. I'm having a good time this morning. Got my watermelon, got my bacon, coffee, little CNBC going on. Feel good. I'm winning.
Did you not hear the explanation? These are people just coming up with analogies. It does not mean that they agree with
They're
you.
not good enough. They agree. All these people agree with me. What's the poll results, Tim? Tim, let's go to the poll. What do we have?
That's such a break.
What poll? I don't even know what you're talking about.
Twitter.
30% going with no right now. The vote is up. 70-30 right now. Is it a disservice to cook bacon in a microwave? 70% of you say yes.
Ooh.
Percent say no. Brian, microwave bacon, and he just put MB. By the way, I never thought I'd see the abbreviation MB and just know it's microwave bacon. Microwave bacon is speed walking at the Olympics. Please keep them coming. The microwave bacon sports analogies, 803-404-6100. I'm going to put some of these on Twitter as well. We've got the poll question, the Son of the Automotive poll question going at Tim105. And then maybe we can have a list there so everybody can enjoy these sports analogies on Twitter as well. Whew, this is fun stuff. Darling Raceway president and former USC sports information director Kerry Tharp going to join us in a special earlier edition of our NASCAR picks. We'll get his sports analogy, maybe a NASCAR analogy of microwave bacon coming up next. It's the early game here on 107.5.
It's a new year, hungry, driven, attitude. I want guys that want to be here, not just going out there to hire some guy that.
Oh, you know what pairs well with bacon besides watermelon? A great night of sleep. You get a great night of sleep, you wake up to some crispy bacon out of the oven. Fantastic start to the day. No, actually, I don't know of a better start to the day. It all starts with the night of sleep, though. You need a great night of sleep. Good quality sleep positively affects emotional well-being. Bacon also doing the same. So you use a sleep number bed, you get a great night of sleep. I put my sleep number setting on 45. Then I eat some bacon in the morning. Boom, you got the Bill Gunner lifestyle. It's fantastic. You wake up rested, refreshed, ready to go each and every day. Eat a little bit of bacon. It all starts with the sleep, though. It all starts with a great night of sleep. Sleep number beds, that's exactly what you get. I get a fantastic night of sleep each and every night. Sleep number beds are comfortable. I can adjust the settings. I can do all kinds of things. And I make sure I get a great night of sleep so I wake up rested, refreshed, ready to go. Right now, you can do the same. Don't miss the Memorial Day weekend special. Save $1,000 on the Sleep Number 360 Special Edition Smart Bed, plus special financing and free premium delivery and setup when you add a base. There's exclusive offers also available for military members. Subject to credit approval, minimum monthly payments required. See sleepnumber.com for details. 2 stores to choose from here in the Midlands. 1 in Irmo, Harbison Boulevard across from Buffalo Wild Wings. The other in Columbia, 2 Knots Road across from Sand Hills Mall. You can visit them on the web, sleepnumber.com. This deal ends Monday. The Memorial Day weekend special. Save $1,000 on the Sleep Number 360 Special Edition Smart Bed. Don't miss out on the Memorial Day sale. Make the switch to Sleep Number today and find out what a great night of sleep is truly like.
At a boy, Bill. And Bacon's got him fired up this morning.
We are rolling along. That's a good one, Mark. I like that.
That was fantastic.
That's a good one, Craig. A lot of good stuff this morning. Ooh, that text line is absolutely blowing up, isn't it?
Like the Patriots without Tom Brady. That's Alex.
I like, you see this? You saw the MB? I don't think you read that one. That said microwave bacon. He said MB is like having Bill Gunner as a co-host. It may look and smell good, but leaves a bad taste in your mouth.
Who said that one?
Actually, it's a first-time texter. The person never texted in.
Amazing.
6321.
That's fantastic. This needs to become now a segment on the show. Just analogy type, sports analogy type.
Hey, you like what I did with that, did you now?
Fantastic. Even though I think we're completely stealing it from Levitard, aren't we?
Possibly. It's true. Bacon is a all-encompassing topic.
Jeff from Chapin. Microwave bacon is like LeBron James getting poked in the eye. Oh, so good.
Bacon, now a little bit of watermelon. So happy. It is Friday morning, right? How are we doing this again where I feel like it's Friday morning, but it's only Thursday?
Welcome to May.
Boy, here's something I never thought I'd see. Martha Stewart is on CNBC talking about the CBD craze.
CBD? Oh, wow.
And Martha Stewart's the one that they're going to for the commentary. There's a lot of work on that face. Oh, Mark, get out of here. Watermelon is delicious.
Here we go. Here we go.
We're back. I guess I should see where we're at this week.
Could another sports analogy for microwave bacon be a new type of NASCAR race, only to be disrupted by a little bit of...
Let's go to the expert on the Love Chevrolet phone lines right now. Darlington Raceway President Kerry Tharp joining us, as always, on a Thursday to do some NASCAR picks. Kerry, how are you, sir?
I'm doing great. Well, listen, Jen came out on top. Sometimes it rains, sometimes the sun shines, and she won it fair and square with Chase Elliott, and I think we need to give her her due.
Thank
She was
you.
so far behind, Kerry, that we needed to help her out
I'm
a
going to
little
kick
bit.
you in the behind,
I should have
okay?
given her 4 picks.
Well, to be fair, let's go to the numbers
goodness.
here. Jen gets a 10-point bonus for picking the winner correctly last week in the NASCAR pick segment. She has now vaulted into third place over Reggie Anderson, the WLTX News 19 sports director, who claims to be from Darlington, apparently has never followed the sport. Kerry Tharp still with a 1-point lead, clinging to a 1-point lead now in our NASCAR pick segment over one Bill Gunter. Those guys are well ahead. Bill's a dozen points ahead of Jen, which is separating second and third place. So, Kerry, what did you make of what happened in Austin and now headed down to the Coca-Cola 600 this week?
Well, I tell you, I think they'll learn a lot from their trip down near Dakota. Obviously the rain played havoc with them most of the weekend, and that's the first time they've ever run stock cars at that racetrack, and it's a racetrack really that was specifically designed for Formula One and IndyCar. So there's some differences to that road course that we've seen at other road courses that NASCAR typically runs at. So, I thought it was a valiant effort on the part of NASCAR. I think it was, unfortunate that the rain came like it did, and really it was pretty hard to see out there for the most part. So I kind of look at it as similar to what they did over at Bristol with the dirt racing. I think they'll learn from that, and they'll learn from racing down in Austin, and come back next year. It'll be better than ever.
I agree.
And Kerry, will you learn from your pick of Ryan Blaney last week? Or are you going to stick with him? Where are you going this week?
No, Ryan Blaney, he checked out early in that race. He got caught up in something, I don't know, but you couldn't see it all on that thing. So no, I got my pick. I've been thinking about this for the last 30 seconds, and I have my pick solid. I'm ready to roll. If you want me to go ahead and share it with the world, I'd be
Well,
glad.
we always give you the first pick. I never get the first pick. So go ahead. Why not?
Release it.
Why would we break
Absolutely.
tradition when we're holding a good gunner down? Go ahead.
There you go. I'm going with a guy who dominated here at Darlington a few weeks ago, and that's Martin Truex Jr. I think he's going to pick up another Coca-Cola 600 win Sunday night.
Well done. Well done. Jen, where are you going?
You know what? I'm going to go a little bit outside the box because, it's killed me before. I'm going to say a younger guy. I think William Byron gets it.
Oh boy,
That's
good
amazing.
pick.
You two are
Good pick.
picking. I've got the winner this week. This guy, last 4 1.5 mile races, 3 top 5 finishes. Give me Kyle Larson. Give me Kyle Larson
Kyle
for the
Larson.
victory, and I'm starting
Good
to
pick.
drive away with this thing in a bacon car.
Carrie, we've got 15 seconds left in the hour. Microwave bacon, your thoughts, sir?
Microwave bacon. That'd be like telling Bill that we're racing at Charlotte 2 weeks from now, where we're really racing in Charlotte this weekend. So it would kind of get Bill all confused. I've never heard anybody cooking bacon in the oven. I will say that. But microwave oven.
Get out of here.
Well done.
Get out of here, Tharp.
Hour 3 coming up here on the early gate.
KTFM, Eastover, Columbia. Total coverage. Right here. 107.5 The Game.
Oh, fantastic finish there. Fantastic shot.
Sharp out.
Jason, strong.
Oh, I just remembered.
Anthony, I'm with you. It's like whining about not being able to pick first.
The oven is great for all amounts of bacon.
We don't need to hear Bill on his phone. Kick him off. Third string QB, but he still stinks. Like drivers on I-95. Interesting. Yeah, Johnny Manziel has come up before. Interesting.
I'd use a Juan Pablo Montoya reference, but like it would get lost with most.
Trying to write these down and get them all on there. Lakers. Mark says Lakers Warriors without Steph Curry and LeBron James.
Huh? And I can agree with these analogies, but it doesn't mean I agree that microwave bacon sucks. And Bill's losing that.
I love everybody who's digging up their old sports baggage. He's got a Scott Norwood reference here. We'll get on the show. And yes, Josh might not be on the live stream here, but Gamecock Larry did call in yet. He already did, even though he might be eating his liver pudding for breakfast. Keep going through these. Oh, microwave bacon. Buying season tickets for your favorite team in 2020. Good stuff. Trying to get all these down. We'll try to get them up on Twitter too. All right, write that down. Having your catcher pinch run. Yeah. All right, I think I might be caught up here on the text line. See if I missed anything here on the live stream. Where's Patrick stand on this? He's a crispy bacon guy as well. I'm guessing will be pro microwave guy as well.
Yeah, I would think so.
Osworth tried to stop Bo Jackson. Pretty good.
Patrick would definitely be microwave because I can see him not wanting to use the the energy, not his energy, but the oven, and potentially run up his energy cost.
Right.
But I don't know. He's a Patrick likes to cook. I feel like he's
true.
I think Patrick would go oven or frying pan if he owns a frying pan. Can we say for certain that he owns a frying pan? By the way, there's a new boss baby apparently. All right, I'm gonna fix one more coffee and then we're done with that for today.
Good one from Brad.
Oh, here it goes.
That's weird. We're doing two analogies now. Come on, Jesse. I can't follow that. It's too complicated for me. All right, Bill. Here we go.
I'm back.
But not better than ever.
Nope, just as second place in the NASCAR picks. What are you? Third? That's what I thought.
Yeah.
Microwave bacon. Microwave bacon sports analogies.
Oh.
Microwave bacon is buying season tickets for your favorite team in the year 20.
Solid.
Microwave bacon. The New England Patriots without Tom Brady. That's from Alex. Microwave bacon. These sports analogies get awfully personal sometimes. Brad, I like the shift in baseball. I know the reasoning behind it, Brad says. It ruins the game.
That's a good one.
Microwave bacon. AJ, Major League Baseball video review. Mark hits his first time ever. One of the first times ever. Sorry, first time he's hit us up in more than a year. Mark says, microwave bacon, like sitting down to watch Lakers Warriors, and they're resting LeBron and Steph.
A lot of guys are doing good this morning.
Jeff from Chapin, microwave bacon, like LeBron James getting poked in the eye. Floppy, ridiculous.
No, just because it's in the microwave doesn't mean it's floppy. Just putting that out there.
Exactly. Jim L. He's got a couple. Microwave bacon, watching bass fishing on TV. Microwave bacon, using Barry Manilow as your walk-up song in baseball. Oh, how dare you, Paul? Microwave bacon. Like wanting to hear a quality sports talk show, but having to listen to you all, except for Jen.
Paul is our new number one listener.
Strong Paul. We got more in here. I'm trying to get exact wording on some of these because they're so good. There's so many as well that have been flooding the Cool Care Heating and Air text line, by the way, at 803-404-6100. Michael, microwave bacon. Bradley of the NBA, a waste.
Jeez, that's a little, given what's happened to Sean Bradley lately, it seems extreme.
I'll have to get into that. Who else hit us up? Joe. Microwave bacon is the Ryan Leaf of football. It's supposed to be good. LT. Microwave bacon is like sitting through a rain delay of 3 hours only to have your baseball game postponed to the next day and losing the doubleheader.
Wait, Jen seemed to agree with that a little bit. Like, yeah, like Jen, does that happen to you? Did you
No,
Did you hear Jen on that one? Like, I got it. I got the analogy, but I was like, Jen was like really into it. Like, yeah.
Honestly, I was picturing the IndyCar race, and it was
Okay.
2009, where it was rain, and for hours we went rain delay, and we hung it out, and then finally it got called. I think like I don't remember what one. Good hair. Anyway, it doesn't matter. But so yeah, the whole thing where it's like they don't really finish the race or something like that. That's like 3 hours.
Good hair. Everybody knows the 2009 IndyCar winner as Mr. Good Hair.
Oh my gosh, he's not racing anymore.
Matt goes back even further. Microwave bacon. The only time Matt has ever texted us, by the way.
Dario Franchitti.
Oh, there you go. Dario Franchitti. Thank you.
Of course.
Microwave bacon is like Scott Norwood missing a 47-yard field goal to win the Super Bowl. Excited for the opportunity, disappointed with the result. 30 years later, it's bad taste.
This is therapy, isn't it?
It is for y'all. It is, yeah. I can tell. There's a lot of people getting stuff out this morning, and that's what we're here for. We do a Monday morning therapy during football season, but this is like a Thursday therapy for people who need to get over some bad moments in their sporting life.
Anonymous texter, microwave bacon's like having your catcher pinch run. David C. going old school. Microwave bacon's like Brian Bosworth trying to stop Bo Jackson. Josh going with the flopping analogy in just soccer or basketball. Will not even going with a sports analogy. He's just going with an analogy. Microwave bacon's like having a moped. I'd rather drive it, but if it's the only option, it'll work.
Fair enough. Mm-hmm.
It's good. Guys are doing good.
Jerry, apparently a Clemson fan. The Gamecocks are the turkey bacon of the SEC. And we
you don't do turkey bacon, right?
Man, I used to back in the day. And
what's worse, turkey bacon or microwave bacon? Turkey bacon in the oven versus regular microwave bacon.
I think either way, we all agree. It's not ideal, but it'll do.
Yeah.
Is that where you're disagreeing with us here, Phil? That it doesn't do? That you will just not stand for it?
So you'd rather have no bacon at all?
Right.
Do it in the microwave.
No, you make the time for you. This is not this is
have
not a debatable point. You make the time for bacon. Yeah, you make the time. How it cooks. You want to fry it?
The
It doesn't
one
take long
time we've had so many issues on this show through the years where I feel like I'm the one standing up for integrity. This is the one time Bill stands have integrity. Bacon integrity is where that's the hill you're dying on.
Yeah, you don't shortchange bacon. All right, there's things in life you don't shortchange. Bacon is near the, if not at the top, it's near the top. All right, as I said in the sleep number spot, right now to sleep, bacon, boom, Bill Gunner lifestyle. You're off to a great start to the day. You don't shortchange bacon. All right, you can put it in the pan. Doesn't take long. You got 5-7 minutes tops. You can't do 5-7 minutes. Wake up 5-7 minutes earlier. All right, get up a little bit earlier.
Yeah. Let me know how that works for you when you start coming back to the studio.
You know what I used to do, Jen?
Mm-hmm.
I used to get up and I used to make, and I don't know why I don't do it anymore. Probably because I can roll downstairs at 5:50. But I used to get up and I used to make like a egg wrap, put spinach in it, a little bit of hot sauce. One day we had the issue where the hot sauce Came out, went on my shirt. It was going to be during a press conference day. I had to end up going back home. I was late to the show. But I used to get up in the morning, and I'll get back to that, and I would fix scrambled eggs, put it in a little spinach wrap, put spinach in there, maybe some hot sauce. So let's not act like I don't get up. I treat eggs very well. I'm definitely gonna make time for bacon. I don't put bacon, but here's the thing: in the morning, I wouldn't make bacon because I didn't have time to do it, and therefore I wasn't going to shortchange bacon.
Darren, microwave bacon, Pro Bowl football. Also adds microwave bacon, what Allen Iverson thinks of practice. That's what we think of microwave bacon. In the microwave? Michael, microwave bacon is the equivalent of drafting Sam Bowie over Michael Jordan.
Ah, boy.
Kicking
That's
it over. Michael. Justin, microwave bacon, all gas, no brakes. That is a specific Gamecock football reference. Well done, Justin. More of you weighing in, taking shots from that standpoint. AJ says microwave bacon is Will Muschamp's supposed recruiting prowess. Others of you have said it's just the Will Muschamp era at South Carolina or South Carolina football last year, especially. We just got on this rant just because Bill was cooking bacon this morning, or this conversation in general, and I'm very pleased with it. Hope says microwave bacon's like watching the Braves last night. Long rain delay. Goes until midnight. Braves lose 9-5.
Painful.
I'm amazed by all the texts we've gotten in this morning. My apologies if we haven't gotten to yours. I think there was a batch at 7:43 to 7:45 that just got skipped. I'll try to check those out. Dane says microwave bacon. My 2015 Carolina Panthers dominated every game of the season, playing the worst game of the decade in the Super Bowl. These are very specific. Oh, this was Steven, first ever text. Bill alerted me this on the video stream. Microwave bacon, like having Bill Country as a co-host. It may look and smell good, but it leaves a bad taste in your mouth.
Winner, chicken dinner.
I want to take that as a compliment, though. Like, I look and smell good. All right, I think I'm walking away with that one. That's fine.
Richie, first time he's ever texted us. Microwave bacon, the Patrick Reed of the food world. Just rude. Unbelievable. The guy that made it political has now taken it to an even lower level, if possible. That won't need here. How about Mark? Microwave bacon is the Harold Miner of Michael Jordan's. Remember the Baby Jordan days? Is that before you?
No, I remember Harold Miner.
Still caught it.
Out of Southern Cal. Went to the Heat.
Right, and is that when you're a Heat fan? Is that when you're on the bandwagon?
I've been a Heat. Ronnie Cycli, baby. Ronnie Cycli.
Second Cycli reference since Kelly hit us up with his Syracuse baggage of saying microwave bacon is he's smart hitting the jumpers in that game. Microwave bacon, another anonymous texter, like Bill's analysis of NASCAR races.
Well, technically he's right. I'm second place behind Carey right now. I'm second.
Okay, you know what it really amounts to? It's called luck. Other
Jen,
than that, you don't know anything.
So luck. You're saying, let's go back. Where's your that was Tim. I had to respond to Tommy earlier. Tell him that I no longer have an affection. I no longer have an affinity for him. Let me see here, Jen.
Back to the whole infection thing.
Oh, you Jen, on your most recent sheet, you've taken away years past, because if I'm correct, I have been at or the winner. I've been right there at it. Yep, here we go. 2019. Look who won that. Bill Gunner.
Yeah, 1 point, and it's still up for controversy.
Last year was questionable. I finished third, but 3 points behind Carey.
Third. Mm-hmm.
3 points behind Carey. So I'm right there. So you're just saying luck.
And I'm right there in that other.
Head up about Powerball today.
You're just a clown. Oh, is my mic on? Jeez.
Microwave bacon, kicking a field goal, down 21 points or more. Microwave bacon, Mike Bobo as the interim head coach. And we have had this one already. Gamecock Don repeating Gamecock baseball in Hoover, Alabama for the SEC tournament. Microwave bacon. Brian going old school. 80s Braves baseball is microwave bacon. James, microwave bacon, turning on the radio for some interesting sports talk. Having to listen to Patrick? Oh, that's just rude.
That seems mean.
Boy, dialect. That's just rude. Jen, this one's from you. It looks like this might be a first-time texter as well. Microwave bacon. Derek Cope winning the Daytona 500. Fantastic. 803-404-6100. Keep them coming. We're doing this today, knowing that South Carolina, from the baseball perspective, a solid week-plus break before the NCAA regionals. Again, the details coming out on when Carolina will play, who they will play on Monday at noon is when the NCAA will announce all that stuff on Memorial Day. Also, hockey playoffs. Bill is in of hockey playoffs over the NBA right now, even though, in the South Carolina perspective, Sumter native John Morant going nuts last night, setting an NBA record. Give you details on that as we continue to move on here in hour number 3. Again, 803-404-6100 is the number into the program. That was a big smile there, Bill. Did you microwave bacon analogy?
Because now I feel like it's going to become the meme or the I don't know, whatever, the Brooks Koepka face as Bryson DeChambeau walked behind him, and as Jason sends in, he says microwave bacon face. And it's nice. the eyes closed, just the look of disgust. I like that. That's gonna become I can already tell, the summer, like, I guess, meme or whatever for people now when they're just disgusted with something, is the Brooks Koepka face, which is where we.
Was that Rodney that hit us up saying that he's going to be watching The Quiet Place at some over the weekend? That got us into a Krasinski conversation about Jim's character on The Office, and Jim B taking it full circle on the Facebook live stream right now with his microwave bacon analogy. Microwave bacon is trying to cook your real bacon on the George Foreman, but cooking your foot instead, and having no bubble wrap. That's a specific The Office reference, sir. We're going all over the place. And I'm learning, too, that your microwave bacon analogies actually say more about you than anything.
It's a little bit of a sports therapy this morning for a morning where there's not a like, again, we can get into NHL, we can go down the NBA pipeline. Jen's pointed out, and I think Hope just did as well in the live show. It's 100 days until South Carolina football gets going. So, we're 100 days until opening day of the college football season. So Clemson fans, 100 days for you as well. But yeah, it's kind of one of those mornings where I feel like we've included sports in the bacon conversation. And you're right, Tim. It does tell us a lot about people as to what some trauma has happened. Like, I've been trying to think, like, Jen, is microwave, of course, you were, this is where the debate started. You and Tim were on the microwave bacon, like, oh, it's good that y'all do that. That's how we got down this path. I was like, no, you don't microwave bacon. So I don't know if you'll agree with this, but I was going to say, is microwave bacon the Jay Cutler Chicago Bears quarterback?
Yeah.
Not bad.
Yeah. I'd give you that.
Looks good, but doesn't play good.
Yeah, I can't even give Trubisky that. So.
How about Ryan? Microwave bacon is like a sports talk radio show that's been talking about microwave bacon for an hour. So Ryan's upset that we're not talking about sports, yet when we ask him his sports analogy, he doesn't give us a sports analogy. Love it. This thing is a mind warp like no other. I think this is the most mind warped show we've ever done. 803-404-6100 if you would like to join the chaos. It's the early game here on 107.5.
Wow.
You know what else is awesome right now? The housing market. The timing to get into this thing is tremendous, and Buford Lending wants to help you maximize your opportunity in your situation. I know Benji Getzi and Buford Lending and his team, they'll do it for you because I've done it personally with him. I've given him several calls over the last weeks, and because right now they're trying to explore my options there with the family of 5 getting a little bit too big for our current housing situation. So seeing what we can do. And every time I've called Benji, he's come through for me, and come through in several different ways. First of all, when you have a lender and you're exploring your options, looking into a new house situation, you need to be able to get in touch with him. 843-524-2404. Every time I've called that number, Benji has either gotten right back to me or picked up the phone himself. Been tremendous there. He's given me everything I've needed when I've needed it. And then the actual numbers, incredible right now because of the interest rates being where they are, because the market is where it is. You need to check out your options as well. All Benji does is ask that you give him a chance to prove that he and his team of Buford Lending can find the best deal for you, whether you're a veteran, whether you're looking to refinance, you're looking into a new house situation, whatever your situation is. Benji has been through a similar one and use that experience to find you the best deal. Give him a call again. It's Buford Lending and Benji Getsy. That number, 843-524-2404.
It occurred to me as I was cleaning up the kitchen. If one particular gentleman was grizzled at our whistling segment, boy, is he very unhappy this morning and probably a fun person to be around.
I don't even know what that one is in reference to. Is that our constant texter there?
No. Jen's buddy on the called in. Was that Monday? No, Friday. Called in Friday. We whistled our way through the end of the show.
Oh, I got you. Good.
All right, I got an issue here with ants. The ants are back. Good Lord. Oh, good Lord.
January with Buford.
Oh, I need the maid here.
So do we ever find out how long it takes to actually cook bacon in the oven? Did he ever give us a time?
What'd you ask?
How long
did it take?
I let it, but I cook it because I know our segments. I keep the heat down.
Just needed a number.
Yeah, hemming and hawing. Come on, number.
No, there's a difference. See, you guys are such unprofessionals. You're so unprofessional cooking bacon that you don't understand the concept of time. But because of the way we do segments, so I cut the heat down. So it took this morning, it took about 30 minutes. It doesn't have to take that long. It can take 10 if you cut it up to 425. But I did 365 this morning.
Okay, so that was my question. Like, if you were typically going to do it,
If I was fixing breakfast for the kids, I'd put it on 425, 450, pop them in there, fix the eggs, have the biscuit going.
Okay, so about 10 minutes.
Yeah.
So if people wanted to subscribe to that, they could technically put it in the oven, go take their shower, while that's cooking, not have to fuss with it.
Yep.
Okay. Just trying to learn because I'm willing to learn and accept new information.
There's a lot of things I could say about that.
Oh, really?
Just say how long on a normal morning. Well, this is a normal morning. This is.
No,
but the
there's
question
nothing
is
normal
more of
about this morning.
the question is more of when I cook breakfast for the kids and I.
Right. That was my question.
Yeah. Yeah, when it's the kids and I, it's a little different. But I like to cook too. So I don't mind being in the kitchen because I'll have music going. Usually on a Saturday or Sunday morning, a mimosa. Oh, by the way, I was told for those of you out there that pay attention to this kind of stuff, I was told at my local beverage outlet store that the Crown Peach is coming to a seasonal end. So just FYI on that.
Breaking news.
No tragedy there.
The Crown Peach, man. I'm gonna have to go buy one more bottle tomorrow. I bought one yesterday. Bought that and Angel's Envy. I've gotten on an Angel's Envy kick.
I like peaches, and I used to like, peach flavored beverages. But we all have those,
Moments.
instances where, like you drank something once and can't do it again.
Got away from you one day.
Yep.
Yep, I've been there. Yeah, I had a bad experience with vodka in college, but then I got over it. I got on that horse again, but I'm not a vodka drinker. Craig, it's not that bad. I think it's what Angel's Envy was like $50. It wasn't. I usually buy one expensive bottle and then one like Jim Beam or Evan Williams.
So that when friends and family come over, they get the cheap stuff.
No, one of them's no. Opposite.
Oh,
I buy the expensive stuff for when people come over because I want to look fancy.
Oh, that's why you have that one apron in your kitchen, the one that's got the frills at the bottom. Didn't I see that in the camera shot?
It says "Kiss the Cook." I didn't have an apron. What apron were you talking about?
Just making stuff up.
I got like
Just
6
make me look
aprons.
bad.
I always wear an apron when I cook. Now I buy always have, but I like last night I took Evan Williams out on the boat. I don't take the expensive stuff out on the boat. Or if I'm just sitting here, if I like him like cutting up, I don't do that. Alan, the Gilbert Peach Festival, that's crazy that they canceled it like back in February. A goose is back.
There's dinner.
Squirrel.
Get out of here, goose.
Exactly.
Geese.
Good for you, Kelly. Didn't know. Guess there are gin guys out there.
Ooh, gin.
Gin guy. I'd say that might be my microwave bacon analogy.
Really?
Gin and tonic. Every time I think I'm gonna really like it, and I haven't. I'm like,
Yeah.
You're kind of a Scotch guy, aren't you? Or is that your dad?
Yeah, but summer I'll go more vodka.
Mm-hmm.
Will you? Yeah, Mark. They canceled the Peach Festival like back in February or something. It was kind of ridiculous how early they canceled it.
Yeah, it's too bad.
I didn't understand why they canceled it so early.
Head back in.
Okay. I don't know, Hope. Go look it up. It's on the internet. But I do agree. That's ridiculous.
Guys are.
Say you're watching your favorite sporting event, and it just dawns on you, this is the perfect microwave bacon analogy. And we're not doing a local show at that time. Why don't you just call up 803-978-6654. The Hot Take Hotline is there for you. You can deliver it perfectly when it's on your mind. You don't have to wait until 6 to 9 the next morning or text it or anything like that. Just call that Hot Take Hotline there for you 24/7. Sponsored by Twin Peaks for the men who never settle. Go see them down in Vista at 600 Gervais Street. The Sudeth Automotive poll question. Is cooking bacon a disservice in the microwave? A disservice to bacon? That kind of what got our conversation started this morning, because actually this is coming off of yesterday with the watermelon conversation that Mark just thought that watermelon was the worst fruit. Clearly our poll question yesterday disproved that with 90% of the vote going with no. not the worst fruit. And Bill's best take on the show and the history of this show is that grapefruit deserves that, not only for the awful bitter taste, but for the danger of getting pulp in your eye.
That's true.
Right now, 67.5% of you, with more than 150 votes in, going, yes, it is a disservice to cook bacon in a microwave. Jen and I disagree with you. Not a disservice, sometimes just necessary in our busy lives. That some bacon is better than no bacon, and the only way that you can get that done, or the best way to do that, to fit that into your busy life, is microwaving it, then that's what you do.
Exactly. Not saying it's the best, but it is certainly acceptable.
No, it's not acceptable. That's where we draw the line on that. It's not acceptable. If you don't have time to cook bacon in the frying pan, which again, quick and easy, if you don't have time, just don't cook bacon, buddy. Just go through a drive-through somewhere.
Again, the most integrity-filled hot take stance on this show that Bill has also taken in 5 years.
With basically pork flesh.
I mean, if you don't have time to like cook it right, don't cook it. Like, don't, if you're not going to do it the right way, just don't do it.
We tried to tell you that about the show.
Yeah, you bring me back here. Hey, it's what I tried to tell you about your NASCAR picks.
Okay. Let's go drive.
I tell you what, this is a topic that creates quite a lot of tension. I feel like Jen and I have been a little bit more at each other this morning. I feel like she's maybe she's just excited to get out of town. She's got a big weekend ahead of her. She's the Indy 500. Maybe she's just fired up for that. But Jen seems very snippy this morning, more so than usual.
Going out strong. Sounds like.
There you go.
She knows she doesn't have to deal with me for 4 days.
Plenty more analogies rolling in on the Cool Care Heated and Air text line, 803-404-6100. Microwave bacon is the XFL. Microwave bacon, synchronized swimming in the Olympics. Microwave bacon being drafted as Mr. Irrelevant. Microwave bacon is the NFL preseason, is the Dallas Cowboys, is a 0-0 tie in soccer. Then it gets a little bit more specific to our area. Charlie says microwave baseball is Clemson baseball, and microwave bacon, is Clemson baseball in 2021.
I'm good with that.
Now we go back to the football analogies. Microwave bacon is fantasy football. Your first round draft pick getting hurt for the season. How about a Tennessee fan? I'm thinking microwave baseball is 5 coaches in Tennessee football since 2008. This
I
is
like that one.
My favorite one so far from Day. Talk about specific sports analogy here. Microwave bacon is 8 minutes left in a football game, down by multiple scores. A 7-minute and 30-second drive only results in missed field goal.
Oh, wait, they didn't try a field goal, though. I think
it was a 4th down conversion, right?
Yeah, it was a 4th down that was dropped. I think
that was a perfect pass in the end zone drops.
Yeah, I think that we've all blocked out the 2020 football. See, we're trying. But clearly, that's where part of this is today is more of a therapy session for a lot of you as we try to get through your difficult moments.
And in so many ways, too. This is amazing. We just got the text. Microwave bacon is like the first night of a honeymoon. I have no idea what that means.
I'm not going down that path.
But I'm glad that texter was able to get that out into the world.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe that will help the process.
I'm telling you, people can be upset with this show, but man, I'm telling you what, we have helped some people today. There has been some people who have got some stuff off their shoulders.
Yep.
I mean, we've gotten Scott Norwood mentioned today. Plenty of Gamecock references. Brian Bosworth and Bo Jackson going way back. Sam Bowie over Michael Jordan being drafted. We just got Danny. Microwave bacon is Tim Tebow's NFL career. Oh, fantastic. Bill, we started the show, I think, as well, talking about the social media firestorm that was Bryson DeChambeau, Brooks Koepka, with the announcement that DeChambeau is going to play with Aaron Rodgers, going to play against Phil Mickelson and Tom Brady. And it was the tweet that got it going. 2 words, right? From Brooks Koepka to Aaron Rodgers. Sorry. And then the response with DeChambeau. Looks like I'm living rent-free in your head, to Brooks Koepka. And Phil Mickelson decided to weigh in as well. Says it looks like I'm getting in the middle of something I shouldn't, but they said they wanted the current PGA champion.
That's a shot, right? Like when I say a shot, obviously a shot, but it's not a friendly, it's not like playful banter, like ha ha ha, like you. I feel like it
depends on the relationship, right? If Phil and Koepka are good, then it can be just fun, right? If Phil knows that Koepka would be like, haha, that's pretty funny. I see what you're doing. You're old. I'm not. We talked about it. We had a good time playing in that final round. But if they were like, it didn't look like they had a lot of chatter.
I was going to say, I know it was intense, and I was there, and so you can't. That was not what I was watching, but you saw it on television. A lot of y'all saw it on television. I didn't, and granted, again, some of it was on 18 when it was very chaotic, but I didn't get the impression. And listening to the interviews pre-round, it was kind of like that these two were totally different guys. That Phil's willing to talk, and he's kind of like. There was actually, again, there's a lot of people who have said he and DeChambeau are good friends and play practice rounds together because they'll sit there and like debate the golf swing and like talk analytics and swing speed and, all the kind of things that go into hitting bombs. Whereas Koepka is laser focused and doesn't talk to anybody and is like, it's a totally different golfer. I don't know if they're good friends because is it strange or is this natural now to see something like DeChambeau and Koepka kind of a Twitter beef, and then you see other people joining in. You see Tom Brady making memes. You see Phil Mickelson weighing in. You see other people almost joining in. Like that's new, right? We haven't seen it like that, right?
Yeah, it's where we are in the 21st century, I think, and it's going to be fascinating to see it continue to evolve. It's all coming off that leaked video from the Golf Channel, right? I mean. Before that, the golf world knew that DeChambeau and Koepka not exactly buddies, and there had been the 6-pack exchange on social media where apparently DeChambeau had taken shots at Brooks Koepka's physique, and Koepka responded with, I'm too shy of my 6-pack and his 4 major championship trophies. We all know Koepka's a little intense and sensitive, it seems like. So I think that's why you're saying that Mickelson took a shot there, correct? Knowing Brooks Koepka is not that guy to laugh it off and say, that was a good one, you got me. He's that guy to say, I deserve more respect, and I can't believe I got dinged in the knee with everybody coming on the fairway and the whole thing.
He did the way he said the thing about the knee did seem to come across as they were taking shots at it like it was a pro wrestling move. People were going at his knee as like Ric Flair would go at Sting's knee back in the day. And Jim Ross would go, oh, he's going at the knee again. Sting's injured knee.
Let's forget that all these fans are just happy to be at a sporting event after a pandemic and celebrating a monumental display of golf that will go down in history as a record-setting event for the guy who's going to win. This is really more about the guy who's going to lose and just trying to get a shot at him.
Only thing better would have been if Brooks Koepka said, yeah, someone tried to put me in a figure 4, man. I think I saw Ric Flair coming out. Now he was going to put me in the figure 4, figure 4? And grab the top rope for more leverage when the ref's not looking. Man, what a show. Bacon, WCW, Sting, and Ric Flair. This has been a show. I've enjoyed this one.
How about this? This will continue to expand the range of this show. Microwave Bacon's like drafting Ken O'Brien instead of Dan Marino.
It's the Jets fan weighing in there. Let's get that off your chest, buddy. Good job, Phil. There's gonna be
from 1983.
Gonna be people walking around today feel a little bit better about themselves because they've gotten some feelings out.
This is one our buddy Patrick Perrette could identify with. Microwave bacon is Gus Farrat. Head into the wall. The old headbutt into the side. Oh, fantastic. Enjoyed all of these sports analogies. If you would like to get in a few final ones, 803-404-6100. And David weighing in. What's the hot take hotline phone number? 803-978-6654.
I get the impression David's going to call that hot take to give a hot take on this particular show.
Please feel free. 978-6654. The hot take hotline is there for you, much like this show has been there for you to get stuff out, to work it out. We'll do it in dramatic fashion in the big conclusion of the program. Give you the final poll results. That poll going official here in the next 10 minutes or so, going final. Is it a disservice to cook bacon in a microwave? At Tim Hill 1075, where the Sudeth Automotive poll question is up and rolling. What a time to be alive, people, on a Thursday in May in 2021. It's the early game. It's 1075 the game. Time to get ready for the summer as well. I mean, it feels like it's already here. Maybe your kids are either on their way out of school, getting out of school. At my house, we're cranking up the playing outside. That's cranking up the activity level, I think, of our kids, which means our house is getting that much dirtier and we need more help. Fortunately, we've had professional help of Zero Res, carpet and air duct cleaning. Come to our house a couple of times, done a great job cleaning carpets. How Zero Res cleaned my carpets was the really impressive part. First of all, the results were really good, but also that they didn't use any harsh chemicals in their process. A patented powered water approach. You can read all about those details at zerorescolumbia.com, where you can book your appointment today as well. What I needed to know with a 8, 6, and 1-year-old boy, with those guys always on the surfaces, if you will, 1-year-old still picking up everything, trying to eat it. No harsh chemicals involved. I had nothing to worry about with Zero Res out to my house. Also, no leftover soapy residue. My carpets have stayed cleaner longer. Yours can as well. Right now, they've got a great deal for you, too. 3 rooms of carpet cleaned, only $119, plus a free hallway when you mention me, Tim Hill. 803-262-4020 is the number. Give them a call, or you can book online today, zerorescolumbia.com. That's Zero Res. You can spell it backwards or forwards. It's the right way to clean.
Could use some Zero Res over here right now. Yeah, I'm pumped in that commercial with you. I'm over here sweeping up my tile. I think I brought most of the sand in from outside.
Attaboy. ZeroResColumbia.com.
Get them over here to freshen up the tile.
Good one. Solid, Mark.
Let's see. Oh.
Yeah, I think that would be hope. That would be like microwave strips of rubber. It's going a little too far. I don't think there's any redeeming value in that, Hope. Can you give me any kind of handle to refer to you here, there?
Oh, I like how our buddy, those wildly inappropriate text messages, how he just took the smiley face out of one, like that was the issue.
All right, Hope. 1 subscriber at a time.
That's right.
Grant, attaboy, Grant. I appreciate the background compliment, I think.
The background?
Okay, it says microwave bacon is your background compared to mine. Mine's grilled bacon.
Seems inappropriate. I got a Masters cup and a PGA Ocean Course cup. Doesn't that qualify as a good background?
First of all, I don't think the PGA Cup even made the frame. It did. It just barely did, and we can't see what the heck it is. Yeah, so it wasn't even in. You didn't have it in?
Was it not? Sorry.
Now you're framing it up.
There we go. Better?
It's
I'm over here. I'm sweeping. I'm doing work.
Right. Exactly, Grant. He says cinder block walls and no idea what's on that shelf. LOL.
So
And
white
honestly,
background.
I thought when he said background, I thought they meant like sports background comparing, not.
Oh, no.
Sorry,
Looks
we're not all the golfer that you were, Jen.
That is a nice prison. I gotta admit, if that's the prison cell with a view of Lake Murray, you got a
I'll take that.
there with
Yeah,
a
I guess I mean, we're,
ladder bookshelf. It's pretty solid.
God, dude wants me to go sit outside. Fine. Well, I'm not. I say that, but I don't have a chair outside right now.
Well,
Here.
okay, guys.
Let's see. Does the screen go white? Yeah. See, that's the problem. Is the sun comes up over here. I could use that. That could be the background. Nope. See, can't use that. It goes white. Better. See, the sun's right there.
Would you like to explain the camera concept to him there, Tim?
No, yeah, don't shine it into the sun. I get that. I totally understand that. I mean, nope. See, it goes white. The sun rises in the east, which is where I'm facing. So I can't. So we go with the cinder block look. There. All right, it's done. And now I brought more sand into the house.
Already got the voicemail on the hot take hotline popping. Don't know if it was from the same guy, but I assume it is.
What's the complaint?
I don't know. Didn't listen to it.
I look forward to that. Wait, what do you mean you didn't listen to it? That's what the hot take hotline's there for. All right, we're back.
Yep. Guys are up.
Gotta admit, some of these better than others. Microwave bacon sports analogies. Microwave bacon like Dabo Sweeney congratulating the other team on their victory, going into their locker room because of what DC is referencing there. Kevin, microwave bacon like guiding your team to 3 straight College World Series finals and then deciding you'd rather be an athletic director.
A lot of people are getting stuff out today.
And very specific stuff too. That I did not see coming. Chris says microwave bacon like Bobby Grimmon's win-loss record as a head coach at South Carolina. Microwave bacon talking about pro wrestling.
What was wrong
Another
about pro wrestling references? I thought I was very good. Jim Ross, Sting, Ric Flair, Figure 4. Thought I hit all the high notes.
Like a 14 college football playoff. Better than nothing. Interesting. Carlos getting awfully specific as well. Microwave bacon is the Atlanta Hawks' third quarter performance in last night's loss to my New York Knicks. So Carlos gets his first NBA playoff victory for the Knicks in 8 years. And then can make a microwave bacon sports analogy out of it. Now, this one I don't get either. Microwave bacon's like having Steven Garcia as your quarterback?
Well, I mean, not everybody's a fan, bro. Not everybody was a fan.
Microwave bacon's like Mike Tyson biting an ear and spitting it out?
That sounds disgusting.
Now we're just reaching. John L. going old school. Microwave bacon is a home run off Jose Canseco's head. I think people are just pointing out random stuff now and trying to make a microwave bacon.
But you're doing a good job. I get it. It's good. Look, the point of it is the microwave bacon is not good. It's no good. And a home run off the top of Jose Canseco's head is not good. It's not what you want happening. You don't want microwave bacon. We've covered that this morning thoroughly. I don't know how you and Jen really live with yourself if you're doing Microwaving the bacon. Yeah, microwave and bacon in the
Yeah,
microwave.
the anonymous texter came right back, said, "Oh no, Garcia was great. Microwave bacon is great."
Oh,
Well done, sir.
thank you.
Johnny, microwave bacon's like sticking your face in the fan and liking it.
We've had a lot of
some of these.
I will also say this. This has brought out more new texters. We've had more people who've never texted any of the programs before, and we've had more people in the live stream who've never interacted. I'm glad to having all of y'all.
Absolutely. Would love to have your help as well on Thursday, June 17th. Summer Blood Drive, 1075thegame.com, where you can get all the information. Going to be at American Red Cross on Bull Street in Columbia, 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. Pre-registration, strongly encouraged. Walk-ins are welcome, though. Thursday, June 17th, if you could, mark that down on the calendar from 10 a to 4 p. The Summer Blood Drive at the American Red Cross. If you need some straight sports information, let me set the table for you today for the SEC baseball tournament. If you have any interest in Bill, I think you have admitted you have zero, correct?
No, you're talking about the SEC tournament. Yeah. I'm not into the SEC. I'm not into the SEC tournament. I was sitting there looking ahead as you were doing that. I was looking ahead to tonight's NHL schedule to see what we got, because it really is a fun time of the year. You're going to give the SEC schedule for today and tonight, and I do enjoy some afternoon baseball. But I've gotten very involved in the playoffs tonight, and I'm not thrilled about this. But I'm gonna make an effort, Tim, tonight, 9:30 NBC SN, Hurricanes, Predators. Hurricanes looking to close out the series in Nashville. So that's kind of my there's my sports stuff. You got yours now.
That's on the NBC Sports Network. I'm hearing SN. I had to do the relation in my head because I had to go to CNBC the last time the Hurricanes were playing.
Yep.
Is difficult to find these NHL games for a non-NHL person like myself. Good to know you're in on that. So I asked Bill if he's invested in the SEC baseball tournament, and he gives me the NHL schedule.
Exactly.
Sums up where we are. Alabama has far and away made a big impact with this SEC tournament just in 2 games, right? They needed to beat South Carolina to have any kind of chance to make the NCAA tournament. They did that. They needed to win yesterday against Tennessee. It looked like Tennessee had a walk-off win, and then on a potential double play ball where Alabama didn't turn the double play, it looked like Tennessee had scored the winning run at the bottom of the ninth there. Runner's interference was called. A double play was awarded, goes into extra innings. Alabama ends up winning that thing in 11. So they stay in the winner's bracket. They're going to play the first winner's bracket game today, about 5:30 against Florida, who just pounded Mississippi State. It's a couple of high seeds that will play the first game today in the bracket. Tennessee, after that loss to Alabama, and Mississippi State. That's an elimination game. The other elimination game, Georgia, who got spanked and almost no-hit / perfect game yesterday in 7 innings, but avoided it with 1 out to go. Lost 11-2 to Arkansas. They're playing Ole Miss, who got walked off by Vandy last night in the 9th, 5-4. So Georgia and Ole Miss is the second elimination game today in that afternoon spot that the Gamecocks played in a couple of days ago. So then it goes to the winner's bracket game, Florida, Alabama, and tonight's nightcap, certainly worth watching. I think especially if you're a big proponent or one of those Gamecock fans that was complaining the other day, Bill, about South Carolina not doing anything in the SEC tournament. Well, these are 2 premier programs, Arkansas and Vanderbilt, going at each other tonight. And both of them are guaranteed to play at least 1 more game. How are they going to approach it pitching-wise? If you throw one of your aces in your Vandy, throw Jack Leiter or Kumar Rocker, how many pitches are you going to throw? And how are you going to handle that thing? It'll be interesting to see. But that's the schedule today at the SEC baseball tournament. Cannot express enough how much fun I had with the microwave bacon sports analogies today. Great time.
Bill,
I got to get all the credit here. You're the one that put the bacon in the oven.
Thank you.
You deserve all the points.
The show started with me running off geese and feeding ducks, and moved on to me fixing bacon, and we've concluded another successful Thursday. Hopefully Jen will be safe, and so Tuesday we get you back, huh? How about that?
Have a good trip, Jen. Patrick, in with us tomorrow. Also filling in for Pearson Fowler this afternoon. I'm back in noon as well with Preston Thorne. Final Sudeth Automotive poll question results. Is it a disservice to cook bacon in a microwave? 66% of you say yes. Congratulations, Bill. Hope you're happy with yourself.
It was delicious. Delicious show.
That was fun.
That was a good show. So I try to tune up. There we go.
Yeah, impressed with the creativity.
Nice work, guys. Thanks for all your help. Have a great weekend also. Kelly is also just taking Friday off. Good for you. Kelly, today is Thursday.
Yeah, I was like, oh, okay.
We'll do it again tomorrow.
Ready.
I'll pop this thing back up at noon, by the way, if you guys want to hop back on. Yeah, I agree, Mark. I thought it would have been higher, too, with all these fake and integrity people out there.
I think what happened is Tommy Moody finally ended his ban against Twitter and just started creating accounts and voting.
Is that what it is? Yeah. We've seen Tommy try to do like his part of a Zoom call. I don't think he's setting up Twitter accounts.
He had somebody helping him. There were just multiple. The Tommy army arrived in full force to vote on the poll this morning.
That could be.
For the golf tournament this weekend, Kelly, that'll do it for this morning. Microwave bacon is like throwing from the 1 yard line in the Super Bowl when you have Marshawn Lynch in the backfield. I think that's the best one I saw.
That was your best one?
That's what I'm going with. That's my vote.
All right.